Madeline is the daughter of Toby and Christy Moore. She is a 4-year member of the Lady Bucks Prom Squad and has been dancing for 16 years. She has been on the yearbook staff for 1 year, and she is a 2020 and 2021 OSD TDA Palm State champion and a 21 OSD TDA Game Day State champion. Madeline's future plans are to go to cosmetology school at Wade Jordan Hairdressing Academy. Miss Madeline Moore. Our next senior is Natalia Rosales. She is the daughter of Nikita and Jose Acosta,
Yeah.
and Florencio and Ali.
I just kept redoing it and it finally took it.
She is a 3-year member of the Palm Squad and has been dancing for 9 years. She is an OSD TDA.
Yeah, I'm putting up a little third saying
pre-game
shows on the radio.
Natalia plans to attend Northeastern State University and earn a Doctor of Optometry degree.
Yeah, it's unmuted.
Our last Palm senior is June Thomas. June is the daughter of the late David Thomas. She's a 4-year member of the Palm Squad and has been in dance for 13 years. June is on the honor roll and a 2020 and 2021 OSD TDA Palm State champion and a 21 Game Day State champion. She will be attending Spears School of Business at OSU to obtain a degree in marketing. June hopes to become a chief marketing officer for a large company. Miss June Thomas. Our first cheerleader this evening is Brinley Ham. She is the daughter of Valerie and Seth Begundis and Austin and Beth Ham. She is a 4-year member of the varsity cheer team and cheered 1 year in junior high. She has been the cheer captain for 2 years and a 3-time NCAA All-American. She is a Top Gun jump and tumbling finalist and made OCA All-Region team. She has been invited to cheer at the U.S. Navy Bowl Games. This year, she also represented the cheer team as their queen. Brinley plans to attend the University of Central Oklahoma to continue cheering and get a degree in English education to become a 10th grade teacher and coach. Ms. Brinley Ham. Next is Alyssa Loudermilk. Alyssa is the daughter of Kevin and Krista Loudermilk. She is a 4-year member of the varsity cheer team and a member of the Lady Bucks track team. Alyssa is a member of the National Honor Society and also the Native American Honor Society. She is a 4-year All-American cheerleader and an All-State qualifier this year. She will be attending Oklahoma State University, majoring in biology, pre-med, becoming general surgeon. Miss Alyssa Loudermilk. Next, we have our football team and their managers. First is Elita Alvarez. She is the daughter of Jesus and Melissa Alvarez. She has been a football trainer for 2 years. Elita plans to go to cosmetology school and after to start her own business. Miss Elita Alvarez. Next is Mackenzie Canfield. She is the daughter of Michael and Kaylee Canfield. She's been a football trainer, filmer for 2 years. Mackenzie plans to attend college and get a degree and become a physical therapist. Ms. Mackenzie Canfield. Our last trainer is Alondra Mercado. She is the daughter of Rosendo and Maria Mercado. Alondra was in cross country for 1 year and track for 3 years. She has been a trainer for 3 years. Alondra represented the team this year as the homecoming queen and was crowned the all-school homecoming queen. She has been on the superintendent's honor roll for 4 years and is a member of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend college and major in math education. Miss Alondra Mercado. Our first football player this evening is number 1, Malachi Rice. Malachi is the son of Ashley Barnes and Clayton Rice. He has been on the varsity football team for 4 years and the varsity basketball team for 4 years. He also was on track for 1 year. He is a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist, and Malachi plans to attend Washington State University to play football. Number 1, Malachi Rice. Next is number 2, Caden Lesnow. Caden is the son of Lacey Lesnow and Nathan Lesnow. He is a 4-year member of the varsity football team and the varsity baseball team. He has also played basketball for 1 year. He is involved in FCA, Indian Education, and Gear Up. He is a 2021-22 5A football state finalist and the Offensive Player of the Year in 2022. He was All-State Honorable Mention in All-Area Football in 22. He made All-Area and All-District Baseball teams in 22 and 23, and was 5A Regional Champ and State Qualifier in Baseball in 22. He plans to attend college on a sports scholarship and obtain a degree in sports management. Number 2, Caden Lesnow. Next is number 3, Jackson Lowerman. He is the son of Colby and Melanie Lowerman. He is a 4-year member of the football and baseball teams. He is a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist. Jackson plans to attend college and get a business degree. Number 3, Jackson Lowerman. Number 4, Carter Lance is our next senior. He is the son of Devin and Austin Lance and Brandon Ward. He is a 4-year member of the football team and track team and 3-year member of the powerlifting team. He is a 2021 and 22 state finalist, and in 2022 he made All-Area and All-District teams. He is a 3-time state track and field qualifier and a 2-time state powerlifting qualifier. Carter plans to go to college, play football, while studying to be a physical therapist. Number 4, Carter Lance. Our next player is number 6, Elijah Chapman. He is the son of Amelia Pololo and Chad Chapman. He is a 4-year member of the varsity football team, basketball, and track teams, and he is a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist. He is a 2-time state qualifier in track, and Elijah plans to go to college and get a bachelor's degree. Number 6, Elijah Chapman. Next is number 7, Bryson Baker.
Yep, got you.
He is the son of Rochelle Wooten and Brandon Baker. He has lettered in football and track for the past 2 years. He is a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist. He is also a member of the powerlifting team for 2 years. He plans to attend the University of Central Oklahoma and pursue a career in coaching. Number 7, Bryson Baker. Number 9, Owen Russell, is our next senior. He is the son of Renee and James Pierce and Mike and Debbie Russell. He's been playing football his whole life, and he is a 4-year member of the track and powerlifting teams. He's a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist, district football team, and he was selected all-district and all-area for football. He plans to go to college and then become an Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Number 9, Owen Russell. Next, number 10 is Ethan Watkins. He is the son of Robert and Jennifer Watkins. Ethan has been playing football since 3rd grade and has lettered for 4 years in varsity. He has also played baseball since he was 5 and will letter 4 years in varsity this year. He's a 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist. He's a 4-year member of the FCA and an 8-year member of the Native American Club. He is also a 2-year member of the FFA. He was named All-Area and All-District First and Second Team and All-District Honorable Mention in baseball. He was also named Football Offensive Skill Player of the Year. He is a member of the National Honor Society and the Native American Honor Society. Ethan plans to go to college and continue playing sports. Number 10, Ethan Watkins. Number 11, Eli Pemberton is our next player. He is the son of Morgan Pemberton. He's a 3-year member of the football team, a 4-year member of the track team, and a 2-year member of the powerlifting team. He's a 2-time football state finalist and a 2-time powerlifting state qualifier, having placed 1 time at the state meet. Eli is planning to attend Victory College and study media and ministry. Number 11, Eli Pemberton. Number 13, Colton Elam is our next player. He is the son of Stacy and Greg Elam and Tammy Elam. He's a 3-year member of the football and powerlifting teams. He is a volunteer reading buddy at Peterball Upper Elementary, and he is the 2021 and 22 5A football state finalist. He attended the 2023 Oklahoma Highway Patrol Cadet Lawman and received the number 1 shooting honors for the 49th Academy. Colton will be attending college and pursuing a career in criminal justice and joining the Oklahoma Highway Patrol to serve and protect the great state of Oklahoma. Number 13, Colton Elam. Next is number 15, Brasden Everett. He is the son of Rena and Craig Kennedy. He is a 4-year member of the Buffalo football team and a 2021 and 22 state finalist. He is involved in FCA and plans to go to trade school after graduating. Number 15, Brasden Everett. Next is number 23, Brendan Rivera. He is the son of Michelle Riley and Joseph Rivera. He is a 4-year member of the football team and powerlifting teams and has been on the track team for 2 years. He is a 2-time state football finalist and is a 2-time regional powerlifting champion. He has also placed 2nd and 3rd at the state powerlifting meets. He plans to attend the University of Oklahoma to pursue physical therapy. Number 23, Brendan Rivera. Next is number 24, Jaden Chaney. He is the son of Bridget and Craig Chaney. He is a 3-year member of the football and baseball teams and also a 2-time state football finalist in 22 and 23. He was a state runner-up in the 157-pound weight class in powerlifting and on the state runner-up team. He plans to attend Oklahoma State College and enter the nursing program. Number 24, Jaden Chaney. Our next senior is number 45, Dustin Jacobson. He is the son of Steph and Scott Jacobson. He is a 3-year member of the Buffalo football team and has been on the powerlifting team for 4 years. He is a 2-time state football finalist and he plans to go to college, play ball, or to go to trade school. Number 45, Dustin Jacobson. Number 52, Jaden Shumway is our next player. Jaden is the son of Matt and Jackson Shumway and Lisa and Zach Branson. He is a 4-year member of the varsity football and powerlifting teams, 3-year member of the track team, and a 2-year member of the powerlifting team. He is a 2-time state football finalist and on the runner-up powerlifting team last year. He was all-area football in 21 and 22 and all-district football in 22. He plans to attend college and then become a coach. Number 52, Jaden Shumway. Our next senior is number 57, Trenton Greer. Trenton is the son of Brian and Breen Greer. He is a 4-year member of the varsity football team and 2-year member of the soccer team. He is a 21 and 22 5A football state finalist. He was All-District Honorable Mention, and this season he set a new school record with a 49-yard field goal. Trenton is involved in FCA, and next year he plans to go to college and continue to play football. Number 57, Trenton Greer. Next is number 62, Zach Rogers. Zach is the son of Charlie and Stephanie Rogers and Valerie and Alan Hinton. He's a 4-year member of the varsity football team, 3-year member of the track team, 3-year member of the basketball team, and 2-year member of the powerlifting team. He is a 2-time state football finalist in 21 and 22. He placed 5th in the powerlifting state in 23 and was a state qualifier in 22. He is also involved in FFA, and he plans for the future are to take over and run the McAlester Pepsi Club. Number 62, Zach Rogers. Our last senior this evening is number 78, Garrett Buxton. He is the son of Ashley and Seth Keir and Russell and Miranda Buxton. He is a 4-year member of the varsity football team, 2-year member of the powerlifting, track, and wrestling teams. He is also the 21 and 22 state football finalist. He plans to attend Oklahoma State University for a master's degree in strength and conditioning. Number 78, Garrett Buxton. Seniors, take all that you have learned and experienced with you, and good luck in your future endeavors. Remember, once a Buffalo, always a Buffalo. Let's give these seniors a big round of applause for their hard work and dedication to the McAlester Buffaloes.
And welcome to Hook Hills Stadium and First National Field. Thank you for coming out tonight as the Sapulpa Chieftains take on your McAlester Buffaloes. McAlester currently is 5-3 and is coming off a 56-14 win over Durant last Thursday. Sapulpa is also 5-3, coming off a 55-10 win over the Tulsa Memorial Chargers. The Buffaloes and Chieftains have played 13 times in their history, with the Buffs having a 6-5-2 advantage. McAlester Athletics is taking nominations for the McAlester Athletic Hall of Fame. Get nomination forms at the athletic webpage, McAlsterAthletics.org. The Oklahoma Schools Secondary Athletic Association and McAlester Public Schools promote good sportsmanship by its student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Spectators are asked to support tonight's game by refraining from derogatory comments or behavior. We ask you to support the competitors, the coaches, and the officials in a sportsmanlike manner. Remember, whether you are on the field or in the stands, be a good sport.
Here we go. Kickoff just moments away here at Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field, between the Sapulpa Chieftains and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, along with color commentator Phillip Jewell Jr., and we also have Nate Brown sideline here, as he's also running the camera, so not really sideline, but he's doing sideline commentary. Speaking of which, when it comes to Nate Brown, let us know a little bit about the weather conditions. You're out in the elements tonight. How cold is it? Is it going to get any colder? What is it going to make any effect on the game?
Well, like you said, it is definitely getting colder as the night goes on. Right now, I'm getting the weather pulled up as we speak. It's currently 59 degrees here in McAlester. Going to drop down just a few degrees, so going to be a little bit of an adjustment for compared to previous weeks, but I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect on the game. Light wind, pretty great conditions for football.
Buddy, I was about to say, this is football weather, and as far as rain chances, what does it look like right now?
Right now, we're just looking at a 15% chance of rain, so knock on wood, but it's looking good for right now.
All right, we're about to send it now down to the turf for the best in the business, the pride of McAlester, for the playing of our national anthem here in a moment, and also our alma mater after we have our prayer.
That you have gathered us all here. Lord, we pray over this game that's about to take place. We pray over these seniors who have just been honored here tonight, that you would bless them and their futures. God, we pray over these players tonight, that you would honor their preparation for this game. God, that you would bar them from any injuries, and Lord, that we would see some gracious sportsmanship tonight as well. We ask your blessing upon all of this evening's activities, and that we would continue to bless your Son, Jesus Christ. In his name we ask. Amen. Amen.
Can't say it enough. The best in the business, pride of McAlester here in MacTown, USA. Again, Brandon Green along with Phillip Jewell Jr. Nate Brown just talked to us about the weather. Now, Nate, talk about the crowd a little bit. I know that there's a bunch of senior parents and senior families that are still trying to make their way back up into the stands. We got done with the senior festivities not too long ago. How does the crowd look right now, and are people still kind of filing in?
People are filing in, but it's getting pretty close to standing room only here over on the home side. Sapulpa, considering the conditions for tonight, traveled pretty well for their side. But yeah, big crowd for a big game tonight.
Yep, winner takes 5A3 here. Well, not 5A3. It takes the
three
seed,
spot in 5A3.
3 seed in 5A3. And before we have our coin toss, which should be happening here in just a moment, I don't think we're going to be starting right at 7 o'clock tonight because we're still waiting on the coin toss. Phillip, your final thoughts before we get started?
That's a big one right here. Emotions are going to be running high. Time's running out to get that playoff spot. You know, got teams fighting for it, and this is going to be the last time you step on this turf. And you know, for 2023 seniors, this is the last time that you're going to do it. So, what better way to lock your spot into the playoffs and go out with a bang right here on the turf of Hook Hill Stadium First National Field with a big win.
Now, like I said, I mean, it's pretty much locked up with the playoff spot with your win last week against Durant. I mean, Durant really needs a big-time miracle over this week and next week to be able to still make it. It is virtually locked up. But you do lock up a 3 spot tonight if you win. It does not matter what happens next week. So just win and be in, and don't worry about it again. I did not mean for that to rhyme, but it did. So we have our captains coming out. Of course, we have every single senior that McAlester has on their football team over here on the near side. Of course, only 4 of them, though, get to be actually at midfield. We'll tell you who it will be in just a moment. And for the Sapulpa Chieftains, they've got quite a bit, too. It looks like they have 6 that are getting ready, but the 4 that will be joined by the 4 of McAlester looks to be number 1, Kylan Edwards, number 7, Colton Howard, number 26, which would be Marco Smith. And I believe that's 25?
29.
29, thank you. That's Christian Sonic. We're waiting to see who will be the 4 from McAlester. And right now it's looking like Caden Lesnow, Eli Pemberton, Jaden Shumway, and Malachi Rice. We're about to have this coin toss presented by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together. They also bring you the pregame show that you can hear every 40 minutes prior to game time. All you have to do is go over to the KNED app, McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab, or you can listen the traditional way, 98.3 FM, KNED 1150 AM as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you can listen to all games, football, basketball, and baseball the same way. Video streaming home games for the basketball season and the baseball season. But for the rest of the coin toss, Nate, I'm going to send it down to you here in just a moment. You can tell us the results of it after I get done with the color combinations for those on radio. White helmets for McAlester, black jerseys, gold numerals on the front and back, white pants for McAlester. For the Sapulpa Chieftains, silver helmets with the blue logos on the side, white jerseys, blue numerals on the front and back, and black pants for the Chieftains. McAlester will be residing on the near sideline, and the Chieftains will be residing on the far. They'll be coming out of the south, that'd be west end zone, the Chieftains will, and McAlester will run out of the northwest part of the end zone. Looks like the toss has been made. Nate, I'll let you have the rest.
And it looks like McAlester did win the toss, so we were just waiting to see what that decision was. Sapulpa will go right to left across your radio dials, McAlester left to right. McAlester did, in fact, win the toss, and they will receive.
That is now 9 straight weeks. We have played 9 games, and 9 times to start the season, Buffaloes get the ball. So that's got to be some kind of record, right? Getting close to it? I don't know. They haven't won every toss, but they have gotten the ball to start out the game every toss. That one they did win, and they elected to receive. The coin toss brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together. It looks like we're about a minute and 14 seconds away from kickoff here. Buffaloes are about to run out of the northwest end zone, along with the seniors that are making their way now. Let us know where you are listening or watching from. Over on Twitter, at Buff Sports Radio. It's called Buffalo Roll Call. You can let us know on Facebook, too. I can't promise you I'm going to be able to get a shout-out for you, but I can on Twitter. We have Mary Martin that was watching from the press box just to the left of us a moment ago. Charlie Gillespie listening from the top row of the hook while the game's going on. And here come your McAlester Buffaloes.
Friday night in the Heartland, ladies. Welcome to McAlester Football.
And the Chieftains right after them. But again, Buffalo Roll Call. Let us know where you're watching or listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Here in this battle for the 3 seed tonight. 2 5-3 teams, 2 3-2 in district play. We're going to leave it all out on the field here on McAlester Senior Night. We're about to have kickoff brought to you by Jet Tire Service for great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kinda, and Cooper tires. For your car, truck, or SUV, see Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. So the Buffaloes, like you said, Nate, are going to be returning it left to right. Chieftains will be moving the ball right to left when they have it. It's about time to go, baby. I have nothing left.
I ain't got nothing else but to do it. I mean, it's a big fight, Phil. You can just feel it in the air. The sun is already set. This is my favorite time of year. When you're getting ready to kick off and the sun is completely gone, that's when you know it's prime football weather.
Yes, sir. So Weston Moore will be the kicker for the Chieftains. Now, last year, they did onside kicks often. Like every time that they scored or anytime they had to kick it off, they did an onside kick. We're going to see if that's the case here tonight.
And it looks like that's what McAllister's kind of preparing for here.
So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for Sapulpa versus McAlester. Again, Weston Moore, the kicker for the Chieftains. McAlester bunched up along the 50-yard line. So are the Chieftains players in between the 35 and their 40. We're just waiting on a we're all good on officials. There's the whistle. And everyone spreads out. Yeah, only 2 people back deep to return for the Buffaloes. One of them, Case and Washington Maisie. So we'll see what happens. Moore, with his heel back on his own 30-yard line, makes his approach, puts toe to leather, and it's football time in the Heartland. A regular kickoff that'll be retrieved at the 10-yard line by the Buffaloes. Up the middle of the field to the 20, down at the 22. First contact, first tackle. And the Buffaloes will start this drive at their own 22-yard line. On the return, looked like Cash Tidwell for the Buffaloes.
Good kickoff coverage right there by Sapulpa. They just kick it deep. Buffaloes, they were putting hats on hats, but the Chieftains, they were just able to work over them, and then first contact brought him down. Good kick coverage there by the Chieftains.
The Buffalo offense was not stopped with the exception of 2 interceptions. They had 636 yards of offense last week against the Lions. What can they do as an encore here in this pivotal game? Well, they get the Chieftains nearly jump off sides. McAlester didn't snap the ball. I don't think he really had to. He really crossed that neutral zone, it looked like. Here's first down and 10, a little swing out over to Watkins. Watkins already with some moonlight, and we have an early flag.
We got 2 flags. Well,
that one went out to about the 26, 27-yard line.
He threw his spot marker instead of the flag, and then he had to throw the flag.
This is a great start to the – it's going to be a hold. Again, if you missed the pregame show, we had 31 penalties in last year's game between the Buffaloes and the Chieftains. 22 of them, though, were on McAlester, and it really was the biggest reason why they lost that game. Now, all credit, the Chieftains stuck in the game enough to be able to win it at the end, but the Buffaloes did not help themselves with 22 penalties, with 16 of those being before the ball was ever snapped. They had 11 false starts in that game. So the holding call puts it back around the 12-yard line for first and 19, and the Chieftains look like they want to show a little bit of pressure up the middle with their middle linebacker. So already behind the 8 ball are the Buffs. Ball set at the 15-yard line near hash, moving it left to right. Here's a snap. Handoff, Watkins left side. Watkins in the backfield. Violent collision back at the 10. It's a loss of 5. And you're starting to hear the beep, beep, beep in your head. Buffalo's just going backwards here to begin their opening drive. I mean, there were about 3 or 4 different Chieftains in the backfield to make that tackle.
Yeah, they're just trying to go with a fast little counter to the outside. Chieftains, they slid through where you're pulling your guard and tackle from. They were able to wrap up Ethan Watkins, get him down at the 10-yard line. 2nd and
22 officially. Ball at McAlester 10-yard line on the opening drive. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. No extra help on the line here. Here's the snap. Rolling out right, passing back left. It's up in the air, and it's, incomplete. And we have a violent tackle to the ground on Jackson Lauerman. He was picked up and body slammed on his back, and he is down. Lauerman is hurt back at his own 2 on a little screen pass to the near side. And hopefully everything's all right, but that was almost a pick 6. That was read so well by the Chieftains. We're going to take an injury timeout and be back here on K.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Type really, really fast while talking to the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
So Lauerman's going to walk off the field on his own power. Hopefully the breath just got knocked out of him, but he was picked up in body slam to the turf as it was an incomplete screen pass. Could have been worse in terms of production value there. The Chieftains could have picked that one off like the East Central Cardinals did a couple of weeks ago. Same play, it looked like. 3rd and 22, though, for McAlester on the opening drive of the game. Just 53 seconds in, here's the snap. Les now standing near his own goal line, rushing right, looks downfield, tosses across the middle. It's caught at the 20-yard line, but well short of the first down. Looked like on the catch was Braden Bumpus across the middle, but it still brings up 4th down and 12, but at least McAlester won't be punting from their own goal line. So this is the first time that Les now is going to punt since that windy night at the Eastside Sports Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He is averaging 35.4 yards a punt. 7 of his 14 punts on the year have been inside the 20-yard line. Not too shabby. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one, though. That'd be a heck of a boot against the wind here if he can. He will punt it away, and this one's shanked. Oh, man. Not one of the best ones there by the senior Les now, and the Sapulpa Chieftains are going to get this ball with excellent field position. So we're going to see where they spot the ball at.
Looks like it's going to be at about the 38-yard line.
Ball will be spotted at the 38.
You got an echo, Nate.
1st and 10 for the Chieftains.
So the ball's going to be put on the near hash. The Sapulpa Chieftains have been a scoring machine, 39.8 points a game. That is nearly 10 points better than last year's team, and they return 8 starters and also bring back Marco Smith. He only played in 3 games last year, according to the Vibe preview selection. Here's the first snap of the day. It's going to be a pass over the middle. It's caught by Kylan Edwards. He breaks past one tackle. It's a race to the goal line, and the Chieftains score first. Little slant across the left side, but we have a flag, I believe. There's a pink flag that's around the 38-yard line, right around the line of scrimmage. This one looks like it's coming back.
And it is.
So it was a hold on McAllister's first play of the game, a hold on the Chieftains' first as well. Now, we were speaking with some people up here in the press box about how dangerous Kylan Edwards is, not really getting the ball to him, what he can do after the play. And he broke 2 tackles on the way to the end zone there. But fortunately for McAlester and their defense, that is wiped off the board, and the ball will be moved back to the 47-yard line. They bring back first down and looks like about around 20. 19 probably officially.
Right there at Buffaloes, they caught a break because Edwards, he took the contact and, just racking up them yards after catch. But Buffaloes, they got lucky right there with that holding penalty.
Empty backfield, 5 wide. Marco Smith is lined up as a receiver in the slot. They'll put him in motion. Here's the snap. It'll be a keeper by Howard up the middle. Howard lost the ball, but it's going to be jumped on by a lineman. Well, like number 51 of the Chieftains, which would be the left tackle, Jamison Rowland, was able to save that possession after a ball was knocked loose. Ball's picked up at the 45-yard line. Gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 17. Buffaloes read that one well.
Malachi Rice, he just stayed at home, and he delivered a punishing blow. Ball came out. If the Buffaloes just would have been paying attention a little bit better to the ground, that ball was rolling around. Good play there by the Chieftains, heads-up play to dive up on that football.
Trips right once again. The lone receiver is Edwards on the near side. Snap, handoff. Marco Smith's first one of the day. Cuts left, following his blocker. Has a big gain inside the 35-yard line, but we'll have 3rd down coming up. Tackle down around the 33-yard line, but instead of 2nd and 17, that's a gain of about 13 yards to bring up 3rd and a long 4.
They went with the GT counter, guard tackle pull. They get out there and they're just picking up trash along the way. Allowed Marco Smith to come in behind them, and once they get to that second level, he was just able to turn the burners on, and they were able to get him down. That was a hard pickup of 12 yards.
Pistol formation. We'll talk about Smith here in just a moment. Some more. Buffalo stay put on the hard count from Howard as the ball is now on the right hash. 3rd and 4 from the Buffalo 33 with 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. No score. Chieftains will hand the ball off over to Smith. Smith trying to cut right, back left, pushing the pile, but he stopped at the 30. We'll have 4th down and 2 coming up. Smith with that second carry of the day. He only played in 3 games last year, but in those 3 games, according to Vibe, 700 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think he might have had more, actually. But one of the games he's had this year, he had 38 carries, 33 carries and 247 yards and a 4-touchdown win over the Tahlequah Tigers, 41-38. Kid's a workhorse.
Absolutely. Right here, you're going to have to keep your eyes on. I mean, they got threats, Colton Howard, Marco Smith, but also Kylan Edwards. They got press coverage on the top, going one-on-one maybe.
4th and 2. Back to pass. Howard's flushed right, looks over the middle, caught by Edwards. Far sideline, down the sideline, tackled out of bounds inside the red zone. Buffs got initial pressure. Howard decided to just run his legs over to the right side and found Edwards breaking open. To be able to get the first down all the way down to the 12 is where they're putting him. So the first 4th down conversion, that was the first 4th down that the Buffaloes have given up in their last 9 attempts. Before that first down conversion, opponents 0 of their last 8.
And they had Howard flush, but Edwards working on the backside, though.
Smith hand up right up the gut, tackle down at the 5-yard line after a good gain of 8. And we have a Chieftain that's down around the 10-yard line. And it's going to be one of their linemen. We'll take a break and he's holding his left knee, it looks like. I hate to see that. Gosh dang it. So Chieftain that's down right now. We'll give you more information when we return after this injury timeout.
Well, the holiday season is here, and at Vickers Furniture, it's Black Friday from now until the end of November. And be sure to keep an eye out for our private letter sale, where you'll get up to 20% off all furniture in stock. Plus, we're closing out all our mattresses. They start at just $298. Vickers Furniture offers interest-free financing for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
So it was Justin Screechow that was injured, and he needs some help getting off the field. He was holding his left knee when he was down, and like we said, all prayers going out to him. Hopefully he's okay. Buffaloes have a player coming in late. Looks like Dustin Jacobson. In the meantime, it's 2nd down and 2 from the Buffalo 5. Chieftains threatening on their first drive. Back to pass. Pass over the middle. It's high. Almost a fantastic catch by Kylan Edwards, but he couldn't one-handed grab it. Even when he tipped it, he could still almost catch it on the way back down to earth. But instead, 3rd down and 2 coming up with 7:34 remaining in the first quarter and no score between the Buffs and the Chieftains.
Howard just going on a sprint out, comes back, throws across the field. And Kylan Edwards, man, just the football IQ, the athleticism of him just to reach up there. He is 6'2", 190 pounds, so when he reaches up, he's got a lot of wingspan. Great effort there by the senior.
Man in motion. H back to the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff Smith. Smith and a bunch of bodies of work, but he breaks through and gets into the end zone. Chieftains strike first here in McAlester. It's 6-0. 7:29 remaining in the first quarter, and Buffaloes kind of got hit by a haymaker there to start off the game. They got the ball first, only went backwards. A rough punt put the Chieftains at the Buffalo 38-yard line. After a 1st and 19. Picking up a 4th down in that set of downs. And the Chieftains make the most out of it and score in their first drive. Here's the snap. Hold is up. How was that not blocked? Carter Lance was right there, and it just somehow went through the wickets. And it's a PAT that is good. 7-0 Chieftains lead the Buffaloes. 7:29 remaining here in the first quarter.
McAlester Pepsi is family-owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
More set to kick off for the Chieftains.
Buffaloes go 3 and out on their opening drive. Chieftains score in their first. 7:29 remaining in the first quarter. Chieftains lead the Buffs 7-0. Buffaloes about to get the ball back as here's the kick from Moore, and we're back underway. A line drive kick they'll be taking at the 11-yard line. Down the middle of the field, breaking right, looks like it's Caden Less now with the return. Delivers a mean stiff arm to the near sideline, gets to the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds there. And shout out to number 31, Kenneth Martinez, holding one of the signs. He was able to keep himself safe and the sign there as he was knocked over towards Martinez in the near sideline. So the Buffaloes will start this drive, looks like, at their own 31-yard line. Phillip, we have a drive summary for the Chieftains.
That was a 7-play, 38-yard touchdown drive. It took 2 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. Capped off with that 5-yard run by Marco Smith. The point after was successful. And that is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They're a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Buffaloes have gone with the hard count now for the third time already in what is 4 plays. Watkins on the left side of Les now. Jacobson, a tight end on the right. We also have a tight end on the left. Man in motion, Carter Lance from right to left. Here's the snap. Handoff. Ethan Watkins. There's a gap to the 40-yard line down the middle of the field. Sheds off a white jersey and gets past the 50-yard line for the first big play of the day for the Buffaloes down to the 47. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233.
They're going guard, just a guard counter right there. Gavin Mason gets up the field. He's running as that lead blocker, and Ethan Watkins getting it done. Great play there by that offensive line.
Buffaloes keep on going with the hard count. Chieftains almost went off sides the very first play of the game, but since then have really not moved. 6:55 remaining in the first quarter. Les now gets the snap from Pingleton, hands it off over to Watkins. This time there's nothing there.
Face mask.
There should have been a face mask. You're right there, Phillip. He was grabbed up high and tackled down. We'll see where his forward progress was stopped.
Brandon, there wasn't a grab of the face mask. He was being dragged by his face mask.
So they're going to bring him back to the 48-yard line, and that'll be another loss of 5 yards. 2nd and 15 coming up. So no call on the face mask, what looked like a face mask from our vantage point. Ball's going to be put on the right hash. Both teams have had a penalty each, it looks like. Both teams have had a holding call against them on their first play from the line of scrimmage. McAlester has 8 seconds to be able to get to the line and snap it here. 2 receivers left, loading the right side of the line. Jacobson moves to the left side. Here's a snap, just in time. Handoff Watkins left side. Watkins, nothing there. Maybe a yard. He'll get to the 49, and we'll bring up 3rd and 14. And the Buffaloes also got to realize, yeah, you had a great game against Durant. Durant's played a lot of close games against some good teams, but the Sapulpa team beat Durant 56-0. I don't like to score watch that often, but if you're able to beat them 56-14 and they beat them 56-0, they're going to be a little bit better of a team than what you saw last week. So Buffalo's trying to find a rhythm here. They had a good first down run by Ethan Watkins to start this drive, but have since found themselves in the 3rd and 14 hole. He's on the right side. Watkins is of Les now. Trips left. Snap. It's a design quarterback run. Les now right side past the 50-yard line again. Again, just lowering his shoulder into a defensive back for the Sapulpa Chieftains down to the 45-yard line. And correct me if I'm wrong, Phillip, but that shows me that it's just setting up a 4th down play here for the Buffs.
Yeah, just they're going to run a quarterback counter right there, and they get 7 yards out of it. But like you said, Brandon, that makes me think that they're going to set up a 4th down play right here.
Well, Pingleton came out, which is usually your center. So did Zach Rogers.
But they like to run, but they like to go for it, in the weird, tricky formations on punt.
Yeah.
You've got Washington Macy as he was one of the upbacks.
We'll see what happens here on 4th down and 8. Snap. And they're going to go for it. Back to pass is Les now. He's in a lot of trouble. Goes near side, dumps it off. He'll be caught by Bumpus, but he falls to his knees. He had some space if he would have stayed on his feet to go down the near sideline and make a play for the first down, but they're going to be well short of it by about 6 yards, and the Chieftains hold the Buffaloes on 4th down, and they'll get this ball to start at their own 42-yard line. Not a great start to the game for McAlester. 5:08 remains here in the first quarter. Chieftains have a chance to go up 2 scores early, like McAlester did last year against the Chieftains in their home.
Yeah, and we all know what happened to Sapulpa. They just came roaring back. So not saying you want to get down 2 scores. You never want that to happen.
No.
But there's a lot of football left to be played, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see what the defense can do here against a dynamic, strong Sapulpa offense. Back to pass Howard. Howard has all day. Going over the middle of the field. It's Kylan Edwards, and he dropped it. He put it in the basket for Edwards. Got about a step behind both. It looked like Chapman in coverage and Ethan Watkins in coverage as well, but couldn't haul that one in, which is very rare to see Kylan Edwards drop one of those. That would have been a walk-in touchdown, it looked like. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 42 of Sapulpa.
Good pass pro right there by the Chieftain offensive line, keeping these Buffalo defensive line at a stalemate right there. They're just going to work.
By the way, Kylan Edwards, 25 receptions last year for 450 yards and 8 touchdowns as a junior. Right now he's on the far side alone. Snap, keeper by Howard. Howard dumps it off right side. Instant tackle. Ball comes out. They're going to say he never caught it. It was intended for number 5, Sequoia Hall. They're going to say it's incomplete instead. Coach Maisie is trying to say that that's a fumble and a recovery, that he made the catch and did a football move, and then it came out as it was a tackle made by Owen Russell that popped it loose. But they're not going to win that one. So now there have been 3 controversial calls here early on McAlester. But the Buffaloes, let's see how they respond here on 3rd down and 10 and put that play away. I didn't think he had a full possession of it, but I could be wrong.
I didn't think so either, my guy.
I think that is an incomplete pass.
Timeout.
And Coach Harmon wanted the timeout as he saw something on defense. We'll take the timeout with 4:55 left in the first quarter here on.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
3rd and 10 out of the break. Colton Howard with the ball, back to pass. Big 3rd down for the Buffalo defense, passing across the middle. How does he get wide open? But he dropped it. Dakota Cheney had a first down by a good 5 yards as there was no one around him, and he dropped it. If he catches that, he can even make a play for a touchdown there. But instead of a first down conversion, it'll be 4th down and 10, and the Chieftains have to punt the ball away. And McAlester, talking about some luck, that is some big-time luck for the Buffaloes here early.
Absolutely right there. You know, he catches it. He runs for more than a first down. But also the Chieftain offensive line got away with a hold. There's probably about at least 800 people in the stands, and every single one in unison hold.
Here's the punt. It's a line drive punt.
Good punt.
Watkins has a chance to be able to do something with this one. At the 20-yard line, he'll work left and cut back right. Gets around one man, but good closing speed as a tackle made by number 88, it looks like, Gavin Valdez of the Chieftains. And the Buffaloes start this drive at their own 24. Usually when that punt gets over to Watkins real quick like that, he's able to make something happen in space, but Valdez with a great kick return tackle. And the Buffaloes start this drive at their own 24 after the 3-and-out by the Chieftains. 4:38 remaining in the first quarter. The Chieftains are leading the Buffaloes 7-0. McAlester had a great opening play by Ethan Watkins and the offensive line to be able to get into Sapulpa territory, and it was a tackle for a loss that ended that drive, a 5-yard tackle for loss. And we'll see what the Buffaloes do here on their 3rd drive of the day with trips left right now. And they've been going with the hard count often here, more than we've seen all year really by the Buffaloes. Nearly on every play going with the hard count first. So Watkins on the right side of left now. Here's a snap. Again, option play. Lesnau's going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled up high and down at the 20-yard line. A lot of 4-yard lost tackles made by the Chieftain defense. And again, I mentioned they are giving up 25.1 points per game, but a lot of those points that you see in that average come from the first 3 games of the year where they were playing 6A2 teams. And we do have a flag on this one. And this one will be a face mask called on the Chieftains. I didn't see, again, it's harder to see the flags here tonight with it being pink. Again, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We want to, again, just tell anyone that is currently going through breast cancer or has gone through it before that we are right behind you every step of the way. And all of us here, I can speak, I think, for all of us here inside the confines of Hook Hill Stadium, First National Field. Keep on fighting. Like I said, we're behind you. Every McAlester fan listening tonight, we're behind you. Ball at the 35-yard line on the near hash, but those pink flags are harder to see on the field.
Yeah, they're extremely difficult to see from this high up.
I didn't notice the face mask first, but that gives McAlester a first down with 4:26 remaining in the first quarter. Les now gets the ball, hands it off, new running back into the game. It's Drayton Pouncil right in the middle, and he's in front of everybody. One man to beat to the 25-yard line, cuts it to the left. He might go to the 5-yard line, into the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. Drayton Pouncil goes 60 yards to the house.
That was a 65-yard scamper.
The junior puts McAlester 1 point away from tying this up on one play. Trenton Greer on to try to get that point for the Buffs. Snap, hold, and we've got a flag here. I think there was movement on the right side by the Buffaloes.
Offsides.
Oh, offsides first. So the Buffaloes, do they want to go for 2 here? They've been known to do that in the past. I already see Jacobson running out, and so is Malachi Rice. Buffaloes are going to try to go for the lead here early. So someone is going to be in the lead by the time that this next play is over. We're not going to have a tie right now. 4:12 left to go in the first quarter. Could be a huge play here overall when you look at the entire 4 quarters of this game, because last year's game decided by 1 point, 28-27.
Yep.
Buffaloes have been tackled for a loss often here in this game, something to keep in mind too.
These 2-point conversions, they're risky, but that's why they're worth another point.
Buffaloes on the year 4 for 6 on 2-point conversions. They'll run under center. Les now grabs it, works left. He's into the end zone. Buffaloes take the lead, 8-7. 4:12 left to go here in the first quarter on KNED. Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
We got Joseph Ledford tuning in saying, "Let's go Buffs," the I Don't Drink Coffee podcast from the couch in MacTown. Come on, you got to be over at this game. Come on, let's go. It's a great game here tonight. Senior night for the McAlester Buffaloes. Ball's placed at the 40-yard line. McAlester with a onside kick here to the 50-yard line. Does it cross? No, it never went to the 50. They had the Chieftains off guard. Everyone was bundled up near the 40-yard line, but it went 9.5 yards instead of 10. And the Buffaloes will end up giving the ball over to the Chieftains. Looks like it's going to be a spot foul, so it should be placed around the 49-yard line. But boy, they nearly had that onside kick recovery.
Gotta say, I like the call there.
I mean, it was nearly perfect. 4:09 remaining in the first quarter. Buffaloes lead 8-7. Drayton Pouncil. Talk about it.
One play, 76 yards, took 12 seconds off the clock. 65-yarder. The 2-point try was successful. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service, our full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our Buffaloes.
So make it 44-yard line, and now right up the gut is Marco Smith. He's running into his own blockers as he's down at the 25-yard line on a gain of about, 14, 19 yards, all the way down to the 25, 24-yard line. So it's a gain of 20. So quickly, the Chieftains are 4 yards away from the red zone.
I'm going to go back real quick to that Drayton Pouncil touchdown run. Gavin Mason, again, that just G counter, pulling that guard, getting upfield, letting the junior work. Good play there, Gavin Mason.
2 receivers right. Looks like H-back right. Here's the snap. Handoff. No keeper by Howard. He spins out to the right, looking downfield. No one's open. Now tries to tuck it and run, and he does run out of bounds. I'm going to say went out at the 20-yard line for a gain of 4. Second down and 6 coming up. So the Chieftains in their 2 drives before this one converted on a 4th down after they had 1st and 19 that led to a score. And then they went 3 and out, but should have had the conversion. It was just a drop pass along the right side, so they had to punt it away, which led to McAlester. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's a snap. Howard this time will give it over to Smith, and he's knocked backwards at the line of scrimmage. Zach Rogers is calling for a hold there. They're still going to say that Smith got a gain of 2, but he was knocked back at the line of scrimmage, but still muscled his way forward to inside the red zone at the 18. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, that 5'9", 190-pound running back, when he hits you, he feels like a bowling ball rolling down there at you. He just bounces off a man at the line of scrimmage, picks up 2 yards. That's physicality.
One of the best backfields in 5A, in my opinion. H-back moves over to the left side. Snap. Again, handoff Smith, left side. Tracked from behind, and he's tackled down at the 16. I think he's going to be shy, and he will be, by about 1.5 yards. So we'll see what happens here on 4th down. From here, it would be a 24-yard field goal. Nope, take that back. 34-yard field goal. Don't have stats on the kicking unit of the Chieftains.
You got the wind at your back a little bit, but at this moment right now, you got a 4th down and about a long 1.5 yards. Go for it. Roll the dice right here. Looks like they're going to. Looks like they might go empty backfield.
Empty backfield with Smith in the – I think he might be off the field. No, there he is. He's in the slot, moving right to left. Here's the snap. They'll give it over to Smith. He's got plenty of green turf, and he's going to be tackled high inside the 10-yard line. Buffaloes weren't anywhere close near the line of scrimmage, and he got an easy 1st down on the 4th down and 2 attempt. Down to the 8.
Good play call right there by the Chieftains. They noticed that the Buffaloes are not pressing on the ball. They had a bunch of DBs. They were back. Their outside backer was playing back off the line. I just ran that jet sweep motion. Marco Smith picked it up.
Uses speed. They even kind of bumped into each other, Howard and Smith, on the exchange. So now it's 1st and goal from the 8. Howard back to pass, look left. There's a hold. He'll roll out right, look towards the end zone, and just throws this one out of the end zone. And there'll be a hold that will bring this one back. I wonder if Howard saw the flag and decided, you know what, let's not try to do anything with this. Because if I throw a pick, it's still going to be a hold anyway, and they'll just get the ball. They can decline it.
Yep.
So that was from the flag is placed around the 13, 14-yard line. We'll see where they move the ball back to.
Because it should be a spot foul from the hold, right?
That's usually how they work here in high school.
Nope, they're going to go from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they went from the line of scrimmage. So it'll be put at the 18-yard line. 1st and goal from the 18. Again, the Chieftains can't get a 1st down here. So they have to score here. Never forget, 1st and in goal from the 72 in that one college football game.
Law Tech.
Trips right, snap, handoff Smith trying to go wide out to the right. Smith waited, but there was nothing there. Buffaloes hold on tight and tackle him down after a gain of what looked to be 1 or 2. 2nd and goal from the 17. That was officially a gain of 1. We have 1:48 remaining in the 1st quarter. Buffaloes hold on to a 1-point lead, 8-7.
Good.
Chieftains today already, by the way, 2 for 2 on 4th down.
Good play right there. Zach Rogers actually first man to initiate contact, fighting through his blocker, reached out, went for the arm tackle, was able to spin Marco Smith back around. That hurt the Buffaloes. They came running full speed. Good play there by the senior. 2
receivers to each side, ball right hash. Howard back to pass, clean pocket, rolls out right, going to tuck it and try to run. Down the far sideline, and he'll step out of bounds, looks like right at the 5. Again, they're not really rushing a lot of players on Howard, but Howard has got some wheels on him, and he shows it off there getting to the 5-yard line. think he might have just as many yards as Smith does so far tonight. And that'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 5 now. Much more manageable than where you were just a play ago on that gain of 12 on the legs of Howard.
Howard, noticing that the defensive backs had it locked up down there in the end zone, sees that there wasn't a spy, was just able to take it off tackle, go pick up a good 12 yards, easy scamper out of bounds.
Smith on the right hip of Howard. Here's a snap. Pass over the middle. It is caught. Touch. No. They're going to say incomplete. Ball's placed right there beyond the goal line. Good play up the middle. Who's that by? Was that Carter Lance that came down? Or was that C5 for Mitchell on the field as well? All of them around the area. One of them ended up knocking that ball loose, though. We have 4th down and goal from the 5 coming up.
That was Carter Lance with the PBU because, like, when they high-fived, I seen him when he got up, they high-fived him in the pink mouthpiece.
All right, there we go then. 4th down and goal from the 5. The Chieftains so far 2 for 2 on 4th down. Can't get McAlester to jump off sides. And there'll be a timeout called. With 1:12 left to go here in the first quarter, we'll take a 30-second and be back. Buffaloes lead 8-7 here on K. Hey there, football fans. Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
That we watched the game.
$1:12 remaining in the first quarter. Like we said, the Chieftains are going to go for it on 4th down and goal from the 5. Weren't going for the field goal at the time. McAlester nearly blocked the PAT after the Chieftains scored earlier, so they were not going to try to go for the lead here unless it's a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. So far, again, Chieftains 2 for 2 on the season coming in tonight. Buffalo's defense 33% on 4th down attempts by the opposition.
Keep your eye up top on Kylan Edwards. They could throw one up to him. Also, you got to keep your eyes on Marco Smith.
Here's the play. They're going to try to pass it over to Edwards, and this time he hauls it in. Edwards with the touchdown reception, and the Chieftains retake the lead. Looked like almost the exact same play from the play before. McAlester wasn't able to knock that one loose, though, and the Chieftains take a 13-8 lead over the Buffaloes. 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. On to attempt the PAT, Kevin Pieper, as here's the kick up the middle, and it is good. Buffaloes trail 14-8, 1:07 remaining in the first quarter here on K.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured. We've got a battle here. McAlester Chieftains score again to go up on the Buffaloes 14-8. 1:07 left to go here in the first quarter. As Weston Moore will do his paces, standing at his own 31-yard line, getting ready to give it back to the Buffaloes. Here's the boot, and we're back underway. Another line drive, good kick, taken by Watkins at his own 2-yard line. Watkins, full speed left side. Watkins has some space. Watkins held on to and taken down at the 35. Good return by Watkins, who on the year averaging about 19.7 yards a return. He'll take it out to the 35 or the Buffalo. No, 36. That's where they're going to start this drive. Phillip, we have a drive summary for the Chieftains.
9 plays, 44 yards. It took 3 minutes and 2 seconds off the clock. Capped off with that 5-yard touchdown pass by Colton Howard to Kylan Edwards. The point after was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love McAlester Buffaloes.
Buffaloes have some trouble here. They throw it up, and it's intercepted, but we have a flag first. Wipe that off. We had multiple movement there. It's going to be a false start on McAlester, I do believe. I thought I saw some men on the line move first, and then, or they might be discussing if the Chieftains went first that caused the snap after that. They're discussing something though first.
Yeah, it was a little crazy right there because you had some Chieftains already going. You had Buffaloes that weren't even moving.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with here. Did the Chieftains go across the line first that led to the snap? Would that be offsides?
They're waving it off.
They're just going to wave it off.
So is it an interception?
No play.
So no play.
So the clock should reset to 1 minute then, right?
Is that what it started at?
That's what it started at.
That might be the penalty, 4 seconds. That is a joke, by the way. I do need to state that.
Sides on the Chieftains, false start on the Buffaloes. Oklahoma State doesn't get to go to the playoffs.
What?
That was
they're trying to explain this to head coach Tim Holt Jr., which I've never seen that before. Usually you call something there.
Yeah, it's usually one or the other.
You got to make a decision there, you feel like.
Does Tim Holt have the Jedi powers? Will it get overturned to an interception?
Coach Mazie has been able to overturn the call 3 different times before. No offense to Coach Holt Jr. at all. It's hard to do, and I don't know how Mazie's done it 3 times this year. So Tripp's right. That was no play. First down and 10 from 36. Here's a snap, pass out near side, caught by Jordan Clark. Clark in stride, and upended past the 40-yard line. Taken down at the 42. Gain of about 6 or 7.
We do have a flag down at the 34-yard line.
And this is around the area of holding again.
Closer to the sideline, though.
Again, this is a toss-out. Yeah, it's going to be a holding by one of the receivers. By the way, Jackson Lauerman was slammed down in the first drive of the game. He's back on the field for the Buffaloes, so that's good to see. Hopefully, like we said, just the breath knocked out of him there. But that'll bring McAlester back to the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes had 6 drives last year against the Chieftains be killed because of penalties. And so far tonight, this could be number 2. 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Buffaloes trail 14-8 in what has seemed like the longest first quarter of the year so far. It's almost been an hour. 2 receivers to the left. H-back is Jacobson, moves to be a tight end on the right side. Here's a snap. Handoff. Right side looks to be Watkins and doesn't get much. They get a gain of about 3. And that'll bring up second down and long, and what will more than likely be the final play of the first quarter. We have 14 seconds, but the Buffs don't have to snap it. They might want to talk it over before the beginning of the second quarter. Ball's placed at the 28. Here's the difference so far. Sapulpa has been able to convert after having their holding penalties. McAlester hasn't yet. And we'll see what happens for the next 3 quarters. Buffaloes are down 14-8 going into quarter number 2 here on
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to CompassCapitalMGT.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester. Beginning the second quarter, McAlester is down 14-8 to the Sapulpa Chieftains. They have the ball, but second down and 18 at their own 28-yard line. Buffaloes have not been able to overcome a holding call yet. Chieftains have been able to do it twice so far, and they are 3 for 3 on 4th down. And that's really been the difference. Both of the scoring drives for the Chieftains, they have overcome those 4th downs. Right now, pistol formation for the Buffs. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the far hash. Snap, toss out over to the left. It's Watkins with the ball. Watkins with a little bit more space. And then it's closed up on quickly by the secondary as there's a tackle down at the 35. And that will make this a little bit more manageable, but still 3rd and long coming up for the Buffs. It's just about 3rd down and 10. They're putting the ball right between the 35 and the 40. They got to get to right between the 46 and 47. By the way, we also have some people tuning in. Caleb Swaboni was listening to the pregame show. Thank you for checking in. Jenny Mullins saying from Juniper Point, go Buffaloes. 5 remaining in the half. Buffaloes down by 6. 3rd and 10.5. Man in motion's Bumpus from the left to the right. 7 to snap it. There's the ball. Lesnell rolls right, tosses over the middle, and it's incomplete. If it was caught by, looked like that's Lauerman. If it's caught by Lauerman, he's still a good 4 yards shy of the first down marker, and it was thrown behind Lauerman, and that'll be bringing out the punt team for the Buffs, trying to stop the Chieftain offense that's only been stopped truly by themselves so far. The one time they went 3 and out, there was a drop pass. Dakota Cheney back to return, standing at his own 43-yard line. Lesnow's been pretty good at punter this year. Again, coming into tonight, half of his punts have been inside the 20-yard line. Didn't have a great first punt, so we'll see how punt number 2 goes here for the senior. Standing at his own 26, grabs the ball, rolls right. This one, much better. It's going to be fair caught at the 30-yard line, though. It looks like 31, and that's where the Chieftains are going to start this drive. Which, is this the worst field position for them so far today?
Yes, they started with the ball at their 42, and now they are starting at their 32.
1 yard line, 1st and 10.
I thought 31. They're going to put him more so towards the 32, but ball favoring the near hash just by a tad bit. 11:08 remaining here in quarter number 2. Chieftains have a chance to go up 2 scores on the Buffaloes. McAlester needs to be able to maybe force a turnover here to get things kick-started again. It was the big play by Drayton Pouncil that gave McAlester the lead at one point. Snap, handoff Marco Smith up the gut, and he's going to be surrounded by black jerseys and ruled down. He never went down, but momentum stopped after a gain of half a yard.
Gain of about a yard.
Second down and 9, we'll call it, coming up. And by the way, we do have an update. After 1 quarter of play, it was 28-0 in the 5A3 championship or district championship game, and Del City over Coweta. Since then, it's 35-0 Del City over Coweta. Eagles leaving no doubt. Empty backfield, 5 wide. The Chieftains have had a lot of success so far in this position. Once again, Smith in motion. They're going to keep it with Howard up the middle, and Howard chopped down at the 36-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Now, explain this to me, Phil. Looking at this, they've done this a lot with Marco Smith as a wide receiver in the slot moving. That's almost like an option play there, and it throws the defense off a little bit.
Yeah, you're getting some misdirection going on because you're thinking that he's going to be a traditional running back instead. You're moving him from the slot, and you're just running that read option, getting the defense. They have to start worrying about him. Is he going to pass it to him, or what's going to happen? It's just a lot of misdirection going on.
3rd down and long, under pressure. Howard's got plenty of space. It's a foot race, and there's a 1st down. Once again, a 1st down with the legs of Colton Howard. No one was around him as Malachi Rice was bearing down on his blind side. And looking over at Coach Harmon, he is angry. He brought in Drayton Pouncil for 5 for Mitchell. And now he brings right back out Drayton Pouncil. 5 for Mitchell comes back in. Zach Rogers also checking into the game. We have they're trying to tell the game clock to stop. It does so at 9:34. So 1st down after what would that have been? 3rd down and 9. Yep. 3rd down and 6 around that area. They get to the 48-yard line, and the drive continues. Snap, handoff, Smith right up the gut, ran into his own blocker, and he's going to be tackled down from the ankles by Zach Rogers. It looked like Will Spears came on the top of the senior running back. That'll be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Buffalo defensive line, they're getting some pressure on the Howard. Just nobody there as kind of like a spy on the back end. He's watching all of these linebackers turn. They're flowing with these receivers because when you got a receiving core as good as Sapulpa does, you have to respect Howard's arm, but you also got to respect his ground game. And right now, that's what he's showing the Buffaloes that they have to respect that as well.
They're trying to also get them to forget about Kylan Edwards. He's alone over at the far side. Hasn't gotten the ball in quite a bit. Here's the snap, rolling out left. They're going to try to go for him. He's under pressure, dumps it down, and well covered by the Buffaloes as they were looking for number 4 of the Chieftains, which is Dakota Cheney, the transfer from Morris. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 again. Buffaloes have been struggling today on 3rd and 4th down defensively when they have been really good on the year. 33% on 3rd down coming in tonight, 33% on 4th down coming in tonight. And the Buffaloes have only been able to stop the Chieftains, actually not at all on 4th down. They've been able to stop it on a couple of 3rd downs, but it's made it about 4th down and 2 to where it's a no-brainer to go for it and an easier conversion. But it's 3rd down and 6 right now in McAlester territory at the 47. Make that 48. Trips right. They're going to bundle up the receivers too. Snap. Give to Marco Smith. Smith breaks some tackles. He was going to be tackled down for no gain, and he broke loose, and a 1st down on the carry by Marco Smith to inside the 40-yard line to about the 38. He looked like he was stopped, was not brought down. And that'll move the chains again for the Chieftains as they convert once again. 8:35 left to go in the second quarter.
They're just gashing them up the middle, They're making them respect Marco Smith on that power and physicality on the ground. Look for him to take a shot here in a second.
And here might be the shot. Howard back to pass. Has to be flushed out to the left. Again, he'll run it. Again, no one there, and he'll slide down. Where does the slide begin at? It's not going to be a 1st down. They're going to give him the 30 as of right now. Looked like he started to slide right around the 31, 32, but they give him where he went down at, which is at the 30. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Howard's had a lot of yards on the ground just getting out of the pocket and running the ball because he finds himself with all the receivers being down the field. There's no one there down the middle. Buffalo's getting some pressure, but he's fast enough to get out of it. 2nd and 2. Handoff, Smith left side. Smith tackled. I think he's shy. Yep, he's shy. No gain on the carry. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Good tackle on the outside. Around the area was Malachi Rice. You had Owen Russell there too. This defense is getting tired.
Yeah, they've been on the field a lot. But this Buffalo offense, they've had they virtually went 3 and out. They've had a 1-play touchdown. So this defense, they've spent a lot of this first half on the field.
Yeah, Chieftains are dominating the time of possession. 2 receivers right, H-back tight end right. Snap, handoff, Marco Smith up the middle this time. I think he has enough again. Yep, needed 2, got 3. 3 for 3 on 3rd downs on this drive.
Chieftains pick up enough yardage for a first
A lot of
down.
substitutions coming in and out for the Buffaloes. Now Jaden Shumway going to go back to nose tackle after coming in for Gavin Mason. 7 minutes remain here in the second quarter. And right now it's the body punches that the Chieftains are giving to the Buffalo defense right now, wearing them down. The first 2-back set we're seeing here for the Chieftains. Marco Smith on the left, another back on the right. It's going to be Howard, though, that keeps it up the middle, and he takes a lick at the 20-yard line. 2 helmets colliding there, and we have some whistles trying to get people out of the area. Howard a little slow to get up. Again, he lowered his shoulder, but he led kind of with his head offensively, and you saw 2 helmets go at each other, and he's dazed a little bit right now back at his own 25-yard line. He's down on a knee, or he almost went down to a knee. He's back up. That looked like a dangerous play from the get-go.
I think his shoulder's hurting him. That's his throwing arm, too, that they were lifting up.
So we're going to take a timeout. It's going to be a Sapulpa timeout. They've got 1 more left. Well, 30 seconds, and we'll be back here.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Yeah, so Colton Howard was a little banged up after that play. Again, he lowered his shoulder, but the head was kind of leading there too, and it looked like you saw a collision up high between whoever tackled Howard and Howard himself. You mentioned that they were kind of trying to hold that right shoulder up a little bit. I think he just might be a little bit banged up. He looks to be okay. They take the time out to kind of check on him too. And it'll be 2nd down and looks like 2.5 coming up inside the red zone as the Chieftains are threatening to go up by 2 scores. They are 3 for 3 on 3rd down on this drive, but this is 2nd down, and we have I don't think everyone was ready yet.
No, the head official, the white hat, was calling for the play clock to actually begin to start, and the play clock never started. So
you can't snap the ball until that happens.
Exactly.
So now they're good to snap it when they feel like it, as long as it's within 25 seconds. 6:14 and ticking. I don't know why it should be ticking, though, right now. We're coming out of a timeout. Here's a snap, rolling out left. Howard, dumping down over the middle. Caught immediately, but a first down once again for the Chieftains, down inside the 15-yard line. Looks like Sequoia Hall on the catch.
First down, Chieftains.
And again, inside the red zone are the Chieftains. They've been living. I mean, that was second down, like I said, but they've been living here in this, just wearing down the Buffalo defense, making them be on the field a lot.
They're just going to go right there, quick out route, stick it in the back's gut, pull it, got a man downfield. That's what the Chieftains have been doing. That's their bread and butter when they go to throw it. And then when they're trying to go deep, that gets locked up deep, on the deep end. No spy. Howard sees it. He's able to run. That's been their offense, and they're going to use their last time out.
Well, we think it's their last time out. They're going to say there's one more left on the scoreboard. Chieftains lead 14-8 over McAlester. 5:33 left to go in the first half here on.
Type really, really fast while fucking the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing? And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
Well, the holiday season is here, and at Vickers Furniture, it's Black Friday from now until the end of November. And be sure to keep an eye out for our private letter sale, where you'll get up to 20% off all furniture in stock. Plus, we're closing out all our mattresses. They start at just $298. Vickers Furniture offers interest-free financing for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
All right, we have first down and 10 coming up as Howard's rolling out to the right. He stops, restarts. He's going to have to run out of bounds, and this is going to be a gain of about, well, let's see where he officially stepped out of bounds at. I think it's only a gain of 1, if that. So we have second down and 9.5 coming up for the Chieftains. Chieftains do lead the Buffaloes 14-8 with 5:25 remaining in the first half. Whoever wins this game locks up the 3 seed in 5A3. Doesn't matter what happens next week. So there we have second down and 9 from the McAlester 19-yard line. And we have a false start.
And dead ball.
So that'll move the Chieftains back 5 yards.
Chieftains step it back 5 yards.
Which will bring up second down and 14. 5:25 remaining, again, in the first half. Chieftains on a long drive. This is going to end up being play number 13, it looks like.
Yes, sir. This is going to be play number 13. It started at the 11:08 minute mark on the clock.
Nearly half the quarter.
And I just want to make this noted, ladies and gentlemen. Caden Less now has came in to be a cornerback for, he's coming in to play corner for Eli Chapman. Oh, here on the near side.
He's played a lot of safety, so he's going to be matched up against their top receiver, Kylan Edwards. Tight end right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the snap. Howard looking left to pass, looking back right, going through his reads. Under pressure, no one's open, has to just throw it away. And that'll bring up third down and 14, well covered again by the defense. Clock stops with 5:19 left in the second quarter. Third and 14, which is more than likely 4-down territory, because you already have the ball at the 20, oh, nope, take that back, 19, 18-yard line. You got to get it to the 5 or 4, depending on that far sideline here.
Got to get it to the 4. We're at third and 14.
There we go.
But this is a big play right here defensively. You haven't really been able to stop them on third downs or fourth down. This is a big play right here, not only for some momentum, but for your mental capacity right here as a defense.
Just to end the drive. Howard gets the ball, looks left, under pressure, rolling right, has to chunk it towards the end zone. There's a man in the back of it, but then he kind of threw it further towards the out-of-bounds area. He didn't want to throw it into double coverage. He was still looking for Kylan Edwards. But further out of bounds, that brings up 4th and 14, and obviously you're going to go for it here. So far today, Chieftains are 4 for 4 on fourth down, or excuse me, 3 for 3 on fourth down. Every time they've converted on 4th down, they've scored in the drive. They lead 14-8 over the Buffaloes. They say on the scoreboard Chieftains only have one timeout. I thought the first timeout that they used earlier in this drive was a timeout used by the Chieftains. They didn't say that was the case on the scoreboard. Buffaloes have 2 left. Empty backfield, 5 wide, 3 to the left. Howard with the ball. 4th and 14, back to pass. Rolls left, still has some space, but he'll try to cock it. Now he takes it and runs to the far side. He's tackled near the 5. I think he's shy.
Oh,
They'll depend on the spot.
They gave it to him. They gave him the 4.
He's at the 5, though.
They gave him the 4.
It looked short. It looked well short. Where his shoulder went down looked to be well short, but Sapulpa thinks they have the first down. That is a very generous spot.
They gave it to him.
If that's the case, that is pretty incredible. Because it looked like he was brought down.
White Hat just signaled first down.
That's incredible.
Ball is first down. First and goal.
It looked like they hit at the 5.
I'm going to check it back on replay here, going through YouTube. And as he went to run it, oh, he was rolled over. That's a correct call. Good call by the officials. He rolled over the top of a Buffalo. That is a good call. We can't see it from where we are in the press box, but that is a great call by the officials. That is a first down. On 4th and 14, the run by Howard. And Smith will be tackled up high. He reaches for the goal line. Flag comes in. It's a touchdown anyway. It'll be on the Buffaloes, as I think that he was grabbed from the face mask or the horse collar. But that'll be a touchdown run by Marco Smith, and the Chieftains are going to go up 20-8.
It wasn't a horse collar because he went forward. Could potentially be a face mask. The way some of the Chieftains are reacting, it might be a hold on the outside, though.
Oh, that was thrown right at the tackle.
Because there's 2 fouls.
Smith is singling touchdown.
Now, there's two flags over there. Zach Rogers now talking to Carter Lance.
Personal foul. Yeah, face mask. That's the only call. Yeah, but it's a touchdown. 20-8, Chieftains lead the Buffaloes in. It was because of a 4th and 14 gain by the quarterback Colton Howard, in which he rolled over the top of a Buffalo defender, getting the first down. That long drive that began with 11 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second quarter leads to a touchdown. Multiple third down conversions, a 4th and 14 conversion, and if you're going to beat teams like the Sapulpa Chieftains, it just can't happen. And the Buffaloes are in a little bit of a hole right now. Snap, hold, kick is up, and this one is good as well. 21-8, the Chieftains lead the Buffaloes with 4:53 left to go here in the first half on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
The face mask penalty against the Buffs will be enforced with the kickoff.
So the face mask that didn't matter because there was a touchdown does matter because you can still kick this ball away from the 45-yard line. And I've always been under the belief that if you're already going to kick it off from the 45-yard line, why not go for the onside kick here to steal one? So you either have that choice or you can kick it out of the end zone. Because the worst thing that can happen is what we saw against Edison back in 2019, and you can return it. But I guess the second worst thing that can happen is ball's placed at the 35, and McAlester has the ball, which is not a bad field position. But we'll see what happens with the Chieftains here. We'll have a drive summary for the Chieftains that was forever long. It looks like he's placing himself to be kicking this through the end zone. Here comes the kick, and it's a line drive. Yep, over the goal line, and the Buffaloes will start this drive at their own 20. So, drive of the year by an opponent defense. By McAllister's
16-play drive. It took 68 yards to get there. Yard touchdown scamper by Marco Smith, and the point after was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
They were 3 for 4 on third down that drive, got the fourth down conversion on 4th and 14 by a yard. And, again, 4 for 4 on fourth down are the Sapulpa Chieftains.
They needed 14, and they got exactly 14 on that play.
Buff's got to respond here. Again, it's been a little while since Drayton Pouncil had that 65-yard touchdown run. And right now, after these long, grueling drives by the Chieftains, you need something to spark your entire team's momentum right now. Rolling out right is Les now under pressure. He just keeps going backwards here, and this time he'll have to throw it away. There's no one open downfield, and the pressure is bearing on him down around the 6. And second down and 10 will be coming up.
Not only do you need something to spark some momentum and some enthusiasm into this Buffalo sideline, you got to give that defense a break.
Yep, they've been on the field a lot.
They've been on the field basically the entire first half. 3 and out, one play touchdown, 3 and out.
What about these guys that play both ways too?
Yeah.
It's been
your left tackle Zach Rogers playing both ways, and so it's just things like that. You know, you got to be able to play some complementary football.
Clock is stopped at 4:47 remaining in the second quarter. 21-8, the Chieftains lead the Buffaloes. Looks like Drayton Pouncil's back on the right side of Les now. Jacobson, the H-back, now tight end, moves left. Snap, handoff, Drayton Pouncil, met at the line of scrimmage, breaks the tackle, lowers the shoulder, and gets a good 6. Well, give him 7. That'll be third down and 3 coming up.
Just that big bruiser back right there, Drayton Pouncil. He takes that initial contact, and, you know, you talk about yak all the time, yards after contact. Pouncil right there does it again.
I think all 200 yards he's had so far in the season have come in the last 3 weeks. Drayton Pouncil has been just insane. As soon as the East Central game came around, he has been on fire since and has the only touchdown for the Buffaloes so far today. 2 receivers right. Huge 3rd and 3 coming up. Snap, give over to Pouncil. Pouncil right side. Right at the chains.
He's at the 30.
He's got the first down. So that's the first down of the Buffaloes of the second quarter. Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. They have your first downs this year. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. So the chains will move. 3:45 remaining in the first half. Buffalo's down 21-8. Crucial drive to end the half. 2 receivers each side. Defensive line shifts. After the snap, passing it out near side. Great pass caught by Bumpus. Put it right in the window that it needed to be at, and they get 5 yards on the catch on a little out route there by Bumpus. Bumpus points over towards his quarterback, Les now, says, hey, great pass, man. Gives him a round of applause there. That was, if it was anywhere else, it's picked off.
Yeah, he threw it right where his man could get it on the sprint out. Good play design, good ball right there by the senior, good catch by the junior.
2nd and 5, back to pass. Les now steps up, and he's going to try to tuck it and run. He's got a little bit of room now to the 50-yard line. He'll try to dance around Chieftains, and he's ran into from behind in Sapulpa territory to the 43-yard line. So good tuck it and run play by Caden Les now. Went back in the pocket, saw no one was open, saw the middle of the line part like the Red Seas, and decided to tuck it and run.
Right there, you know, they got it locked up on the backside, the Chieftains do. No spy there from the Chieftain defense. He said, well, if Howard can run on without a spy, I'm going to do the same. And it looked like he went to the Kenny Pickett School of Fake Slides right there.
2 receivers to the right, H-back right. Looks like the Buffaloes have a tight end on the field as well. On the right side. Snap, Les now. Option, good move to the left side. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled down, though, after forward progress at the 40-yard line. Could have had way worse, or could have had way more, but a great play by the Chieftain defense. That's going to be a gain of 3 as he faked the pitch out to the left like you see Army and Navy and all those triple option offenses do a lot. Faked the pitch and kept it for 3 yards where it could have been no gain if he didn't do that. Same formation now near hash. Within 2.5 minutes left before the halftime mark. Chieftains lead 21-8 over the black and gold. Buffaloes also have 2 timeouts to work with, so they're in good shape right now. They'll move the H-back tight into the left. 2 seconds to snap it. 1. They got it off in time. Right side, less now. Quarterback run. Bouncing off defenders. He still has the ball at the 25-yard line. Tackle down there. Like a pinball bouncing off everybody on this gridiron. It's Caden Less now down to the 25. Another first down run.
Quarterback power right there. They're just going to go a little zone play. Look like they may have got away with a little bit of a jump false start.
I think they did too, yeah.
And they just go quarterback power, and Caden Less now wouldn't be stopped. We got a Chieftain. He just went down over there, stretching.
But that's a Chieftain cornerback that's down along the far side. We'll take a quick injury timeout and be back here on.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kyler Bearpaw.
So it was Kyler Bearpaw, who is a 5'11", 235-pound senior who plays right guard on offense. He was at cornerback, and then he went down. It was the injury timeout there that got him off the field. Buffaloes will have the ball at the 25-yard line on the near hash. Two receivers to the right. We have one to the left. Tight ends on each side of the line. Watkins back to being the running back on the left side of Les now. Here's the snap. Keeper by Les now. Past two men, still carrying defenders inside the 15-yard line. And once again, another first down gain by the Buffaloes. They're starting to find their footing offensively.
Now, it just took a little while, kind of like an old pickup truck in the middle of winter. You got to crank it a little bit, then it gets going. That's what needed to happen with this offensive line and this offense, because now they're moving.
Into the McAlester Clothing Consignment Red Zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offers a 50-50 split. Les now. Again, quarterback keeper, left side. Again, another gap inside the 10-yard line, pushed down, out of bounds around the 8 or 9. That's a gain of about 6. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Buffaloes have been looking for an answer. They have had one long carry, and that was really their entire offense of the first half. That 65-yard touchdown run by Drayton Pouncil. They have started to find a formula that works here on what should be the final drive of the second quarter by the Buffs.
And ladies and gents, we're going Dozer.
First time to see Dozer tonight. McAlester had a lot of success in it last week. Again, they had, 11.4 yards a rush last week against Durant line defense. Ball's at the 8, 5 to snap it. 2nd and 4. Man in motion, 2, 1. That's a false start. And you hear a bunch of groans here if you were in our seats from the McAlester fans. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 9 now.
Shoot yourself in the foot. We talked about that in the pregame. You got to be disciplined. You got to hold your water. They had about 3 or 4 of them guys in that Dozer formation. They just took off.
Well, you started to see the play clock get down to about 2 or 1, and everyone starts to get restless when you see that play clock get down so low. Probably should have been a false start called on McAlester earlier this drive.
Yep.
They'll stay in the Dozer package regardless at 2nd and 9. Left side, Watkins waits. There's the gap to the 5-yard line. Knocked sideways back to the 5. It's near the first down marker. I think he might be a half-yard shy. We'll have 3rd down and what looks like inches coming up. They'll stay with Dozer. 1:08 remaining in the half. Watkins with man back in motion. 60 seconds left in the second quarter. Watkins with the ball. Left side. Waits. Gets to the 1. Pushes forward into the end zone. Buffaloes with an important drive right before halftime to cross the goal line and pull it back within a score. 21-14 is our score with 54.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now the Sapulpa Chieftains do have a chance to get the ball back and go down the field and score themselves. They have 1 timeout remaining according to the scoreboard and 54 seconds. It'll be Trenton Greer trying to make this a 6-point game. Last time they lined up for a PAT, Sapulpa jumped off sides. McAlester went with a 2-point attempt and a conversion. This time they stay put and let Greer kick it to the pride of McAlester. And it is 21-15, McAlester down by 6. Important response there by the offense. We'll be back in just a moment here on
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
So 54 seconds remain here in the second quarter. The Chieftains have a chance to go right back up 2 scores in the Buffaloes, and they get the ball to start the second half. We'll see what happens here, as there'll be a line drive kick by Greer that'll bounce at the 25-yard line and be taken at the 14. Up the middle of the field, and what a collision at the 30-yard line. And the McAlester faithful love that. Dustin Jacobson coming up. Looks like 5 for Mitchell was there too, but you saw a train meet a wall, and it just stopped at the 30-yard line. Big drive here by the defense, too. 49 seconds and a timeout left for the Chieftains. Phillip, the biggest drive of the season so far for the Buffaloes there.
That was a 12-play, 80-yard drive. It took 1 minute off the clock, capped off with a 2-yard dozer run by senior Ethan Watkins. The PAT was successful by Trenton Greer. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Here's the snap. Howard back to pass, looking left, tossing left. It'll be caught. Owen Russell right there. You sit down. 4-yard gain, and he stays in play. He does not go out of bounds. Clock will continue to run. Pemberton will come in to guard the man across from him, which is Jordan Clark. There's a chance that Jordan Clark can tackle Jordan Clark in this game, by the way. Ball at the 34-yard line. Clock is at 26 seconds. Chieftains would like a score, but they don't have to here. Howard back to pass again. Looking over the middle. Tossing. Caught right at the 49 and dropped there. Probably will give them the 50, and they will. Clock stops with 17 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Clock will restart. They again have a timeout left. 15 seconds as it has re-begun, and they'll clock it with 13 seconds left. I don't think the Chieftains do have a timeout remaining. I think the Chieftains know they don't either. The scoreboard's showing 1, but I think Sapulpa knows they don't have any timeouts left.
I think so, too.
Because they used 2 on the last drive.
Yep, they used 2 on the previous drive and then the 1 on the south end zone. So I believe that's why Colton Howard clocked it.
Instead of actually taking a timeout. So back to pass. Looking left, passing left. It'll be caught by Edwards inside the 40-yard line with 9 seconds left, making a Hail Mary a little bit more manageable here by Colton Howard, who already has a strong arm. They might have one more play before they have to do that, but if you're going to do that, you have to make sure you get out of bounds.
Yep.
So at the 38, 9 seconds left. Buffalo's in prevent mode, but again, I don't know the range on the kicker of the Chieftains. Snap, Howard. Pump fakes, flushed left, steps up, and just throws this one away. And he was kind of still in the tackle box, it looked like a little bit there. 4.3 seconds left. Did he get it to the line of scrimmage, though?
I think he did, but just barely.
So you have 1 play left here pretty much. 4 seconds. Hail Mary time here for the Chieftains, it looks like. Marco Smith will be on the right side of Howard. Final play of the second quarter coming up. Howard's got the ball. Back to pass. Waits. Hits as he throws. Up in the air. It is intercepted, I believe. Down on the 1-yard line. Jumping up and...
Oh, we're going to have an untimed down. They're going to call that roughing.
And it probably is the right call there. It was either Carter Lance or it was Owen Russell that intercepted the ball, but... Whoever ended up tackling Colton Howard there went up high, went helmet to helmet. That is targeting, and I believe is the right call. He went up high. McAlester fans don't like that, but that, I believe, is the correct call. And we're going to have another play here, like you said, an untimed down. And we don't know what the range is. That's going to be 15 yards, which will put it
at the 30. If it's from where the flag is.
If it's from the line of scrimmage, that's at the 23-yard line, which is the 40-yard field goal. It's going to be from the spot of the foul.
Oh, nope. Line of scrimmage?
They're marking it a line of scrimmage call.
Yep.
So we'll put him
Stepped off from the
at the 23. And it'll be a 40-yard field goal from here, but you're kicking into the wind.
23.
And now the Chieftains with an untimed down, another chance to score here. So the interception gone.
So we talk about undisciplined football right there. You get a stop on the back end and just undisciplined
Didn't
mistake
even
right
have
there.
to hit him. Did not have to hit him.
Mm-mm.
And there's the replay of the play.
And now you can find yourself down 2 scores going into the half after just a uncharacteristic, undisciplined moment right there.
With Sapulpa getting the ball back to start off the second half. Howard gets the ball. Here's the final play of the quarter now. Rolling out right, Howard still looking down, stops, restarts right side, and just throws it away. So the Buffaloes, that does not hurt them in the end anyway. McAlester still holds, and barring everything that happened in the first half, McAlester still well in this game. Again, the Chieftain offense has been tough. They've only been stopped really one time outside of the clock right there. But McAlester has been able to make the plays when they needed them to still be within 6 points here. The Chieftains 21, Buffaloes 15 at the end of the first half. We're going to be having your halftime show presented by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry beginning here shortly. Again, that'll be on the video stream as well. So, again, just bear with us and we'll be there in just a moment. Again, 21-15, Chieftains beat the Buffalo, or beat into the first half. Gosh dang it, I'm all over the place tonight so far. We'll be back here in just a moment here on
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Knight Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
KC Farm Machinery in McAlester reminds you mowing season ain't over yet. And right now is the time to get a great deal on a new Gravely Commercial Zero-Turn Mower. We carry Gravely Zero-Turn models anywhere from 42 inches up to a 72-inch cut. The 2024s are coming soon, and now is the time to take advantage of the discounts available on all Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
And a Dontavius Fisher. Tonight, they will be performing for the final time their 2023 program entitled Time Lapse, featuring music by Jake, Muse, Harry Styles, and a Steve Miller Band. McAlester Bands would like to thank the following sponsors: John and Gwen Titsworth, Life Church, Benton Nissan.
Well, at halftime here, the McAlester Buffaloes are down to the Sapulpa Chieftains 21-15. Again, this is the Buffalo Halftime Show. It's brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. They have watch batteries and quality-made jewelry. Again, want to mention, I know that if you're watching on the video stream, that there was the palm and cheer like they do every single year. My mom did it back in the 80s. The Thriller dance. We can't play that while we're doing whatever because of copyright reasons.
We will get a strike for that.
Yeah, we will absolutely get a strike for that. That's a lot of the reasons why we have the halftime show here, too, just in case there's any music that might be copyrighted at the same time. So if anyone wanted to know while we do that over the video stream for the halftime show, that's kind of why we have to do it, too, just in case. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, copyright stuff is weird. That's the only downside of being on YouTube. But, again, let's talk about the game that we had in the first half for the Buffaloes. At one point, it could be a lot worse. At one point, you should be winning, it seems like, at times, because McAlester shot themselves in the foot a lot like what they did last year. 22 penalties in last year's game. Some of penalties killed drives of yours in this one so far. But, again, a 65-yard touchdown run by Drayton Pouncil. Got you the lead at one point. Sapulpa has been hard to stop. That's an understatement of the year. You've had a lot of third down conversions. They have converted on every fourth down they've tried. They are 4 for 4 on fourth down, including some long fourth down conversions, like the 4th and 14. A scamper by quarterback Colton Howard got them the first down. And that is why they've been able to score 21 of their 28 points, or excuse me, 21 points instead of 28. They ended up not getting a third down conversion on a drop pass. So they could have scored all 4 drives that they had in the first half, but they went 3 and out once. McAlester, though, was able to bounce back before the end of the first half, get a crucial touchdown because Sapulpa does get the ball to begin the second half. Instead of being down by 2 scores, you're only down by 6 going into the break.
I want to point something out really quick before we move further. Abdul Nader, you're out there in the elements. We just got a word from the fellow member of the McAlester Media Mafia, Derek James, of the News Capital. Said it's starting to drizzle. What is the elements like outside?
Well, you can kind of see it if you're looking out onto the field in the lights. You can kind of see the drizzle starting to come down. I'm not feeling it down here, but that can definitely have an effect on this game, making it more of an even rushing game than it already is.
Yeah, but right now just drizzle, so that's not going to be too big of a deal right now. So that is a good thing to keep an eye on, though. Because, again, a chance of rain has been low tonight. Drizzle, though, can still make the ball wet.
And, with cold temperatures, when the ball gets wet, it could make for an even interesting more second half.
So I told you about really what happened in the first half. I'll give you the scoring plays that we had in the first half. It started off with a 3-and-out by the Buffaloes, 5-yard touchdown run by Marco Smith after they converted on fourth down their first time. It was, I believe, like 4th down and 2. Then we had a first down by Ethan Watkins, but the Buffaloes went 4-and-out after that. Sapulpa went 3 and out, but like we said, dropped the 3rd down and 10 wide open attempt. That could have been a touchdown if he caught the ball. Had to punt the ball away after that. First play for McAlester after a face mask, really. 65-yard touchdown run by Drayton Pouncil put McAlester on the board and in the lead at 8-7 after a 2-point conversion was good. Sapulpa went on another long drive. They converted on 4th down once. They converted on 4th down twice. Ended up going 44 yards and scored a 5-yard touchdown pass from Howard over to Edwards. McAlester went 3 and out the next play after a holding call kind of killed that drive. Sapulpa had a 17-play drive that lasted 6 minutes and 15 seconds. They converted on 3rd down 3 times. They converted on 4th down on 4th and 14 on a scamper by Colton Howard to extend the lead to 21 to 8 at the time. Buffaloes did respond when they needed to. A lot of rushing by Ethan Watkins, mainly Caden Lesnow on the ground, though, in that that drive to be able to get it back within a 6-point game after the PAT was good by Greer. Sepulpa nearly scored at the end of the half. McAllister's defense, especially that secondary, able to keep the Chieftains out of the end zone. So, Phillip, that brings me to asking you, what's your opinion on the first half?
Yeah, had a lot of good, had a lot of bad. Defense was out there forever, and they finally get a much-needed break on that long, what was it, a 16-play touchdown drive, 13-play?
It was a
12-play touchdown. 12-play touchdown drive, spanned 80 yards. They were able to get a break there and had to come out for a quick drive right before half. Defensively, they played pretty decent football. You gave up 21 in the first half. People's going to be like, well, you did that for them, but it could have been a lot worse. I mean, I understand that Sapulpa left a lot of points on the field, on the board, so did we. But for the most part, I like what I see. Sometimes, like you said, Brandon, it feels like you're up 21-15. And sometimes in this game, it's felt like you've been down more than just 6 points so far. So you're not out of this. There's a lot of football left to be played. And so there's at least 24 minutes of game time left going on. And you just got to buckle up because this one's going to be a wild ride, and what better way than a Friday night in a small town.
Talking about how many plays the Chieftains ran. Again, McAlester got the ball to begin this game. You think that McAlester would have the more plays in a game that's only decided by 6 points. Sapulpa ran 41 plays. McAlester ran 22. Do you want to know what the difference was before the last drive by McAlester? The Chieftains ran 35 plays to McAllister's 10 before that last drive by McAlester. That's telling you how tired the defense was getting, and that can lead to some 4th and 14 conversions like that.
I just received a picture from Mindy Newberry and on our group chat from my church, our kids ministry, and Dusty, former offensive line coach, took a pie in the face
by the Buffalo,
by the mascot.
That's pretty cool. But again, 21-15. Chieftains are up on the Buffaloes right now here in McAlester. We'll do our difference maker real quick, one for each team with you, and then we'll go to a break and talk about some scores from around the district and around the area.
Difference maker, one from each team. I'm going to go Colton Howard. He's getting it done not only with his arm, with his legs. He's being that dual threat. Emporia State commit. He's getting it done. You're seeing why tonight. And for the Buffaloes, you could go Drayton Pouncil. Got that spark, that 64-yard touchdown run. You can go Caden Lesnow. Got that drive going with his legs. And you can go Ethan Watkins. But I think I'm going to go. Battle of the quarterbacks. 7-2. Caden Lesnow. He got it done. Drop back. They were in straight 50 pro. He sees the Chieftain defense bail out, just like the Buffalo defense has, to say, "Oh, I got green grass." Takes off, gets a big long run on that drive.
22 yards.
22-yard scamper. And he didn't, and like I said, he went to the Kenny Pickett School of Fake Slides because he broke down and he kept going and delivered the blow. So, yeah, I'm just going to go battle of the quarterbacks for my difference makers as we speak.
All right, score again, 21-15. Chieftains lead the Buffaloes at half. We'll be back with some halftime scores from around the district and area when we return. Again, the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have friendly service, and you can lay away now for All right, here in the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry. We're coming soon. They have citizen watches and also free jewelry inspections. The Buffaloes trailed the Chieftains 21-15. That is our score at the end of halftime. What are some scores from around the area and district right now?
We're going to go area first.
First off, I've got to give you the scoreboard update sponsor, Little Cab of McAlester. They open Monday through Sunday, 24 hours a day. When you need to be on time, call Little Cab of McAlester every time at 918-470-2422.
We're going to go area first. We're going to start off the Tallahassee Golden Tigers, Canadian Cougars. If you're listening and wondering, as far as we're aware, that game was canceled. I couldn't find that anywhere. Holdenville Wolverines played Marietta, I guess last night, because everything I saw was Holdenville 52, Marietta 0 final.
Okay.
Last night you saw the Savages of Quinton host the Panthers of Porham. They beat them 50-0. And then you have the Davis Wolves up on the Colgate Wildcats 34-0 in the second quarter. I couldn't find a Atoka, Wampus Cats, Tushmingo, Mill Creek score anywhere. The last update I found on the Idabel Warriors and the Wilburton Diggers was 21-0 in the first quarter. Idabel, but that had been posted like an hour ago, so that's probably at half, and haven't seen an update there. Next, the Antlers Bearcats coming out, putting on a show in Valiant, up 6-0 at the half. The Ironheads of Eufaula, they're up 45-6 in the second quarter over the Hugo Buffaloes. The Hartshorn Miners up 18-0 on the Allen Mustangs. And the Kanawha Tigers are up 19-0 in the second quarter on the Savannah Bulldogs. Now, moving to 5A3.
We'll end it with the district championship right now.
And we'll end it with that. The Durant Lions up 28-0 on Memorial Chargers. Whoa. Okay, not so fast, my friend.
My bad.
I got some secrets over here.
I'm trying to peek and look at the scores.
Got some secrets over here. That score's 28-0 Lions at the half. I'll let y'all take a guess. Who's leading Glenpool and East Central right now at the half? Last update I seen.
If you're hiding it from me, I'm saying Glenpool because I picked East Central.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer because I know the answer.
Glenpool at the half, 15-7.
Okay, there we go.
The Warriors were like, we're tired of being beat down on right now. We're going to come out and play some football on a Friday night. And so that brings us to the perennial district championship, where it was 28-0, which is weird because it was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Del City was leading.
Del City. Then we see an update, and it said 35-0. And so, I'm just going to go with 35-7 at the half because the update I looked at, it said for some reason that it was 36-7, which I'm like, how do you get a point in football? You just don't.
After it was already 35?
There is a way. It's very complicated, but there is a way.
I don't think that happened tonight, though.
Yeah, I don't think that happened in 5A football.
Very unlikely.
35-7, and it looks like Del City's going to cruise to that district championship right there. 35-7 over the Coweta Tigers. I think the Tigers, like I said, they're a scrappy team, very scrappy team, find themselves winning some games that, again, a lot of teams would normally lose earlier in the season. I think their scrappiness and maybe a little bit of luck also there kind of ran out tonight against a top 3 team in 5A. Again, there's your scoreboard update. Again, the score at our game, 21-15. Chieftains lead the Buffaloes. When we return, we're going to be looking at some stats from the first half between the Buffs and the Chieftains, and some of them might surprise you. In the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, the jewelry you need for every
and majoring in music therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Madeline Alvarez.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, and once again, I mentioned it before we started the game, but also want to give another round of applause to the Pride of McAlester. Again, we are so blessed to be able to have the Pride of McAlester be where they're at. Year in and year out, they are phenomenal. Again, I know sometimes a lot of people take them for granted, but we don't over here at McAlester Radio. We greatly appreciate the band. The band can win you some games sometimes. It happened with the Oklahoma Sooners back in Barry Switzer's time. But again, the Pride of McAlester, once again, a fantastic job during the halftime show, and they are honoring their seniors here at the 50-yard line right now. So we're going to finish off our halftime show, and then we're going to get ready for the second half here, as it is the Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry halftime show, where they have watch batteries and quality-made jewelry. 21-15 Chieftains up on the Buffaloes. So let's look at some stats from the first half. as that's coming from the always excellent stats Larry Barnett. Gentlemen, do we want to begin with McAlester or Sapulpa?
Let's start with the visitor.
So, starting off with the rushing yards, Colton Howard has had 12 carries for 69 yards. He is actually only 8 yards shy of the leading rusher, Marco Smith, who has 77 yards and also 2 touchdown runs on the day.
And both of them have exactly 12 yards a carry.
That's actually pretty interesting there. Colton Howard, he has thrown the ball 17 times, and he hasn't really hurt McAlester through the air. He had 2,300 yards through the air last year and 31 touchdown throws to 6 interceptions. He's only thrown 1 today. He's been held to 60 yards, and let's count up his completions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's thrown the ball 16 times. He is 5 for 16. Buffaloes have held him to only 5 completions, so the secondary doing great. They're obviously putting a lot of pressure on the secondary or on the wide receivers by dropping a lot of people back into coverage. It's led to Colton Howard not having a lot of options to throw it, but instead he's tucked it and ran and been really good at that too. The people that have received the ball from him have been his go-to target, Kylan Edwards, has had 3 catches for 35 yards and a 5-yard touchdown catch. You also had Sequoia Hall with a 5-yard catch. And number 4, Dakota Cheney, has had 2 receptions for 20 yards. Only 5 penalties so far on the Chieftains for a total of, let's see, 25, 35.
42 yards?
42 yards. 146 rushing yards in the first half on 24 attempts. 60 passing yards on 17 attempts. 206 total yards for the Chieftains on an official 41 plays. 6 yards a rush. About 3.5 yards a pass, 5 yards a play for the Chieftains, which, like I said, if you look at those stats, you wouldn't normally expect 21 points up on the board. They have been living and dying by succeeding on 3rd down and 4th down. Again, 4 for 4 on 4th down. All those 4th down conversions have led to the 21 points that we're seeing so far. I can already tell you that's going to be a key to the second half. Looking at the Buffaloes, they've had 3 rushers. Ethan Watkins had 8 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. Caden Lesnow has had 7 carries for 60 yards. And Drayton Pouncil, he has a fraction of the carries of the other 2 guys, but he is your leading rusher with a 65-yard touchdown run. He has 75 yards on the night so far. Lesnow is 3 for 6 for only 18 yards so far, and all 3 receptions have been by Braden Bumpus. The Buffaloes have had 6 penalties, but all of them have been big-time penalties. They've had 2 personal fouls, a face mask, and then a personal foul targeting to end the second quarter. So we have, that's 30, 40, 50, 60 penalty yards on McAlester compared to what was 45 on Sapulpa? 42 on Sapulpa. 180 rushing yards on 18 attempts, only 18 passing yards on 6 attempts, 198 total yards by the Buffaloes, which is just a little bit, 8 yards less than what the Chieftains have on 21 plays. 10 yards a rush by McAlester, 3 yards a pass, but 9.4 yards a play by McAlester. Like I said, that's almost double of what the Chieftains have. Where the Chieftains are winning this game right now is the Buffaloes aren't getting them off the field on 3rd and 4th down, and the Buffaloes just had a few drives that stalled out. They haven't had a lot of chances at drives. The defense has been getting tired, like we said before the final drive of the Buffaloes. It was 35 plays to 10 by the Chieftain offense to the McAlester offense. You got to get them off the field. That's the biggest key. I don't mean to cut into your keys to the second half, but that's got to be the biggest key in the second half.
Yeah, don't worry about cutting into my time. You're the voice of the Buffaloes. You do this for a living. I'm just here for the fall and do some Pit 8 basketball and stuff like that. But no, you're absolutely right. You got to get the defense off the field. We talked about it when they went on a 16-play, 80-yard drive. Or was it
68?
68, I'm sorry.
That lasted half the quarter, 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
McAlester went on the 80-yard drive right after that.
Yes.
So they went on a 68-yard, 16-play drive. Took 6 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. That's over half the quarter to be exact.
That's 3 3rd down conversions and a 4th down conversion.
4th and 14. And something that has been the thorn in the Buffalo side, and we saw it as the thorn in the Chieftain side, when they get into the pass, like that pass pro, they're going 50 protection and they're just running everybody out. So when you do that, you're forcing your inside linebackers to disperse as well because they got to go pick up men that they're responsible for. You don't want to, a cheap little throw 10 yards down the field where all your safeties and corners are downfield, and that 7-yard completion turns into a 35-yard completion. And so the quarterbacks are seeing that. They're seniors. They know what they know how to do, and they step up and run.
Real quick, you didn't have a score for Atoka Tishomingo, Mill Creek. Atoka is leading 6-0 at halftime.
All right, thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Michael Trainer, who is listening to the broadcast. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. And
sorry to break your line of thought.
No, you're good. But, that's why, they're seniors. That they know what they do. They know what they got to get done for their team. They step up. They make plays when it needs to happen. Now, on offense, you got to quit shooting yourself in the foot, putting yourself behind the chain. Luckily, you were able to overcome the false start when you scored that touchdown in Dozer. But for the most part, McAlester, when they got behind the chains, they're dead. Dead in the water. This Chieftain offense, they get a holding penalty. What do? They convert in 2 plays. And you just got to be able to sustain drives, play complementary football, and just be physical.
Yep.
You just got to take it to them, and you got to play with some discipline. The last play, the personal foul, the targeting. You can say, oh, it wasn't targeting. You can say it was. Like we said, there was no need to hit. There was no need to hit Howard. He had already threw the ball, and you got a couple steps in, and it would have been intercepted. But they were able, we were able to get
no harm, no foul.
We were able to get out of there with no points on the board. It could have came back and bit you. Giving them the ball at the 23-yard line, they could have kicked the field goal and went up 24-14 at the half. But they tried to pass it in there, and you were able to lock it down on the back end. Just got to play defensive. Defense got to play sound, undisciplined football. Offensively, sustain drives.
But it seems like they found a rhythm.
They did.
Like Johnny Cash, they got a rhythm, and they're going to try to continue to do that in the second half. Maybe that quarterback run is going to continue to make it happen for them because they just ran it right at the Chieftains in that last drive, and they found a lot of success. If the defense can start getting stops, this might be a completely different half. But, again, you have to be able to keep up the pressure and make the plays and, like I said, play disciplined football for the final 24 minutes of this game. We'll see who will get the 3 seed here in the next, hopefully, hour and a half. As we'll take a break and be back. We're going to go back to our normal commercials here, the full sponsors that we have for the 2023 season here in just a moment. Again, 21-15, the Chieftains lead the Buffaloes at the end of the first half. We'll be back here in just a moment on K.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to compasscapitalmgt.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 Bypass in McAlester.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Brandon Green here along with Phillip Jewell Jr. bringing you McAlester football and senior night, the final game that the Buffaloes are going to be playing. The seniors will be playing here on this gridiron, and they're trying to make it a night to remember. They're down right now 21-15 to the Sapulpa Chieftains. in what was a contested first half. Chieftains did a fantastic job of being able to sustain drives, keep drives going. They had the plays over McAlester, as we were mentioning it earlier. You have that stat over here. It was 41 plays that the Sapulpa Chieftains ran to McAlster's 22, and it was 35-10 before that last drive by the Buffalo offense that led to 7 points and making this a 6-point game. Chieftains get the ball to begin the second half. This kickoff brought to you by Jet Tire Service. For great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kenda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. See Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. Buffaloes and Chieftains were both pretty close in the yards category. Like I said, the main difference that you saw was that Chieftains sustained their drives. McAlester sustained one. The other one was a big, long touchdown run by Drayton Pouncil. So we'll see what happens here in the final 24 minutes of game time. It's a 6-point deficit right now for the Black and Gold, who will be kicking it right to left. If you're listening on radio, the Chieftains returning it left to right. So back all the way deep, it looks like number 9, Future Ledbetter, which is also one of the coolest names.
That is, so it reminds me of the Medicine Bear from Hartshorn a few years ago.
There was a guy named Medicine Bear?
Yeah, that was his last name. His name was Trey Medicine Bear.
Oh, I gotcha. Greer kicks the ball off, and we're back underway. It'll be right to Ledbetter, who bobbles it, but picks it back up at the 8-yard line. Tries to go right. Good juke move back to the left. Ball came out, and I think the Chieftains are right back on it inside the 25-yard line. So this drive will start around the 23. Believe it was, once again, number 45, Dustin Jacobson in on the tackle, but there again was a big body of Buffaloes there. But he came up kind of flexing a little bit, getting some high fives. And the Chieftains will start this drive at their own 23-yard line. We'll see how the Buffaloes adjust coming into the second half. Sapulpa Chieftain offense was a well-oiled machine, led by Colton Howard and Marco Smith, the only 2 rushers tonight for the Chieftains in this battle for the 3 seed. Snap, handoff, Marco Smith up the gut, tackled after a minimal gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. I think he was met by somebody first, and it was Malachi Rice that jumped on top of that after that.
I love the senior Zach Rogers coming out of the pile with the ball, giving it to the official like, hey, I had the football, like trying to get the fumble call, even though he was down before the ball came out.
2nd down and 8 coming up. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Smith is on the right side of Howard, the senior backfield. Back to pass. Howard pump fakes. No one's open. Now throws it deep and throws it away. He kept on fading a little bit further and further to the left until he got out of the tackle box and noticed that he didn't have anybody there and just threw it towards his far sideline. And here we go. 3rd down and 8. 3rd downs have been issues, so 4th downs for McAlster's defense. Trouble getting off the field. That has been, so far, issue number 1 for the defense in the first half. How do they respond here to begin the 3rd quarter? Howard back to pass. It might be a free play. Passing far side. Edwards, I don't know if he got a foot down. He did not, but we have an offsides more than likely on the Buffaloes as they allowed that to go.
Illegal motion.
Unless there's an illegal motion. You're right.
He was putting his hand on his chest, so I think it looked like it's going to be an illegal formation.
The only time it's on the offense here, and it is an illegal shift, it's going to be declined, and 4th down and 8 will be coming up. So the Buffaloes hold, and on the opening drive by the Chieftains begin the second half, they force the Chieftains to punt going 3 and out. That's what you wanted to see. That's a good first start to the second half. McAlester trying to keep the same yards per rush they had. I mean, their yards per play was around 9 yards a play going to halftime. So should be good field position, good punt. End over end. Watkins will track it down at his own 45-yard line, work near side. Ran over his own player, and it'll be tackled down at the 40, call it 7-yard line. That's what the Buffaloes are going to begin this drive. Watkins says, I don't care what color jersey you're wearing. I'm just going to run through you. So excellent position here for McAlester. Only 60 seconds went off the clock on that drive by the Chieftains. They credit where it's due. The Buffalo Black Death defense has been so good over the past few weeks, especially last week. The 14 points, I mean, I even feel bad saying that was on the defense because of how well they played. But
you know, we hear a very smart coach in college football talk about the middle 4, win the last 4 of the second quarter, first 4 of the third quarter. Buffaloes right now, they have a chance to make that happen by getting that 3 and out.
Trying to win the first 4 of the third quarter. First play from the line of scrimmage for the Buffalo offense, and it's Ethan Watkins right up the middle, and he takes a violent hit sideways right around the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him, but it looks like it might be... It's a first down after the 37-yard line. At least that's where the ball spotted. The yard marker, yep, there they go. There will move the chains. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home, call 918-284-1233. Buffaloes again had 9.3 yards a rush. There's 10 on the very first play of the third quarter by the Buffalo offense. Snap. There'll be a handoff. This time it's Drayton Pouncil, and he tries to cut it out far side, and there was nothing there. It's a loss of 1. First time he's gone backwards, I think, in his entire career running the ball for the Buffs. Brings up second down and 11.
They're just trying to look like they were just trying to run like a little wash play, get it going down the lateral down the line of scrimmage. And the defensive line for the Chieftains, they were just able to get into the backfield. Loss of 1 there.
Coach Mazey calling for Watkins to get back into the game and brings out Drayton Pouncil. So it'll be Watkins back into the backfield with fellow senior Caden Less now. Second down and 11 coming up with 10 to snap it. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Make it trips right. Ball in the near hash. Les now gets the ball from Pinkleton, rolls right, sets up, now restarts his movement to the far side. Does he have the corner? He does. Down the far sideline, steps out of bounds.
Good, smart play there, Caden Less. Now Zach Rogers was down the field. He was past almost at the first down marker. And it was a pass play, but it looked like it was going to be an RPO. Rogers didn't know if he got rid of the ball or what was going on. And so with Les now seen him, he just had to step out of bounds because you wanted to avoid that lineman downfield penalty.
Les now didn't necessarily not throw the ball because no one was open. He saw Rogers down the field, and if he throws that ball, it's a illegal man down the field. So good IQ there by Caden Les now. And not only does he do that, he ended up getting a couple of yards to make this one 3rd down and 9.
Picked up 3 yards on the play.
I don't know if they'll get this snap off in time. They have 5 seconds. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
Yep.
3 seconds, 2, 1. They'll have to call a timeout. With 9:43 remaining in the third quarter, Buffaloes trail 21-15. The game clock is still rolling. Well, we'll take a timeout here on K.
Type really, really fast with the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
Well, the holiday season is here, and at Vickers Furniture, it's Black Friday from now until the end of November. And be sure to keep an eye out for our private letter sale, where you'll get up to 20% off all furniture in stock. Plus, we're closing out all our mattresses. They start at just $298. Vickers Furniture offers interest-free financing for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So early 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Buffaloes. Here's a snap. Les now rolls out left, looking downfield. We'll go back door. There's a wide open man. It's Ethan Watkins, and he would have scored a touchdown, but he was walking the tightrope in the red zone. Catches it, and that'll be a 3rd down conversion. Man, that wheel route is so good for the Buffaloes. Down to the 16 into the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and offers a 50-50 split. Found Watkins at the 16, who toe-tapped in play to be able to give the Buffaloes a fresh set of downs. 21-15, Buffaloes trail the Chieftains with 9:08 left to go in the third quarter.
Great play call there out of the timeout. They go with the play action, rolled him, spun him back, had the wheel route down the backside. Good play call right there.
Now Watkins goes out in motion, pass to the backside. In motion, Watkins with a full head of speed to the 5-yard line. Tackle down inside the 5. Another first down. Catch and go by the senior Ethan Watkins from the senior Caden Less now. They'll get him to the 4. McAlester a score away from tying it up here.
Shout out Carter Lance blocking on that bubble screen. He throw it to the flat. The senior Lance just man up, put a hat on a hat, drove that guy backwards, and that's exactly what needed to happen. Good play call, good block there.
Dozer package, and they're trying to stop the clock here. Here's the snap. There's a false start. Left guard. I think that's Gavin Mason that twitched a little bit early.
Dead ball, false start.
We saw them do this in their last drive. Thankfully, they were able to overcome it. But first down and goal now from the 9.
Zach gave Gavin a little tap on the helmet right there, saying, "Hey, man, gotta keep them jitterbugs down."
That's a senior mentoring a freshman right now, and Gavin Mason. And he's going to be a good one.
That's what I was about to say. He's going to be good. He's been playing. He's played Memorial, Coweta, East Central.
Well, he played Ada. I mean, he came in early in the year.
I'm talking about playing exactly around right beside Zach Rogers.
I got you.
He's played at least 5 or 6 games now besides Rogers, and you can see it really mentoring to him.
First down and goal from the 9. Low snap. It bounces off the turf. Watkins trying to roll right, and he's tackled for a loss. That was bad from the get-go. Loss of 1, maybe 2.
Got to get the snap up there. That snap right on the ground again. Something the Buffaloes battled with a few weeks ago when we played Coweta right here. And you cannot be getting momentum. That's what we talk about, sustaining drives. Took 3-4 steps forward, and now the false start, bad snap, taking a couple steps backwards right here.
So they bring back Les now. They're going to go with the traditional spread offense here with tight end H-back to the right. Can't get Sapulpa to jump off sides. 2 receivers to the left. 7:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Buffs down by 6. They're in the red zone. Second and goal from the 12. Man out in motions, Watkins. Going to be a design quarterback run left side. Spin move by Les now. Tries to stay on his feet, but he really didn't get anything. Maybe a gain of 1. And we have third down and goal from the, say, 11. Now, they're not going to say he even got a yard there. No gain on the carry. So third and goal from the 12. New personnel coming in again. We got Bumpus. We've got Chapman, Lauerman, and Rice. Now Rice comes in for Chapman. Watch it. Watch the
oop-de-oop.
Yep. Watch 6'6" Malachi Rice.
They're gonna try to they're bringing Kylan Edwards 6'2" over there to help out.
5 to snap it. 4, 3 less now. Oh my goodness gracious! False start. Everyone moved except for the center. And that'll be 5 more yards. A promising drive for the Buffaloes that began in Sapulpa territory is in danger of dying here. And not only is it in danger of dying, you could get yourself out of field goal range here. Wind will be at your back if you attempt one. Yeah, from first and goal from the 4 to third and goal from the 17. And they're still trying to put in somebody that they want to go with. Now Rice comes off the field. Chapman goes back in and comes right back out.
No, Malachi's still in. He's going to be a tight end right at the line of scrimmage.
7 minutes remaining in the third. H-back right, tight end left. Here's the snap. Les now rolling out right, looking back door again. He's wide open. It's Ethan Watkins, dives for the end zone. He's got the ball and the touchdown. The good old wheel route. And the Buffaloes tie it up 21-21. 6:54 remaining in the third quarter. They overcome the hiccups and let out a yell. PAT away from taking the lead. Trying to score 14 unanswered since being down 21-8. Can they do it? Greer. We've got a flag. And this one's a false start.
Flag stops play again. Dead ball.
So this is going to make this PAT a little bit longer, but again, Greer's the one that made a 49-yard field goal on this very field a few weeks ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a ball game on our hands.
We do. How many times has that wheel route worked? Oh, my goodness.
It's worked against.
It worked on 3rd and 9 on this drive, and then it worked on 3rd and goal from the 18.
And I'm sitting here, and I'm like pointing. I'm like internally yelling. He had Malachi Rice over the middle.
This shows what you know, right?
Right?
No. Greer on for an extra long PAT now. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is still money. Greer gives the Buffaloes a 22-21 lead. 6:54 remaining in the third quarter. Here.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
The Buffaloes have scored 14 unanswered. They now kick it off over to the Chieftains, who bobble at the 1-yard line, goes past the goal line.
Oh, he touched that in bounds. That shouldn't have been dead. He touched it in bounds.
Unless there's a rule change we don't know about, and by the reaction of the Buffalo coaches, that's the correct call, and we're not going to act like like the guys in the stripes here tonight. But now move it out to the 20-yard line. You'd think that would be the correct call. You'd think that would be a rule change there to where if you tipped it inside, like in.
Well, the White Hat's coming over to talk to Coach
Harmon, so Coach Harmon may have thought that was the case. Anyway, we have a drive summary before Sapulpa starts their drive.
8 plays, 47 yards, took 4 minutes, 6 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 17-yard pitch and catch. Caden Lesnut, Ethan Watkins, a point after was good. That's your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service.
First down and 10. Howard tries to run, and he's denied. Now goes near side and breaks a tackle and gets past the 20-yard line, but still not very much on the carry. McAlester learned from their mistakes in the first half, where Howard would just take it and run if no one was open on the first look, and holds him to a 2-yard run, maybe even a 1-yard.
Well, that right there, that looked more like an RPO.
Yeah.
Stuck it in Smith's belly, pulled it, and the Buffaloes, they just sat down, stayed at home. And Howard, he made the wrong decision because they didn't move. They didn't follow the running back. He had nowhere to go. He was lucky he got 1 yard. Bumpus had his legs in the backfield, just barely missed him, though. Good athleticism by Colton Howard to evade that tackle.
Smith on the right side of Howard, 2 receivers left. Snap, they're going to give it to Howard, or rather Smith this time, up the middle. Working off of a block is Chapman, but making the tackle is Ethan Watkins as he takes it out to the 29. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1 coming up.
And that missed tackle in the backfield comes up to, it might bite you in the ankles right here because it would have been a 3rd and long, and they just picked up 8 yards on that run right there. This Buffalo defense, they're just going to have to kind of get big and mean on this defensive line. Try to change that line of scrimmage like we talked about in the pregame and put this line of scrimmage at Colton Howard's lap.
The Buffaloes have scored 14 unanswered to take the lead after being down 21-8. 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to give it over to Smith. Smith is met at the 30, but he's going to push forward for the first down. And we have a flag coming in late.
I think we're going to have a hold because
Bumpus is mad, but I don't think he knows that they threw a pink flag at the 28. Bumpus is saying he's holding me right now. It's going to be holding on the Chieftains, so that might be big. Brings up 3rd down and what should be about 11 or 12.
Yeah, this right here, this is going to be a big play by the Buffaloes. A big play by the Chieftains because right now you're going to have 3rd down and long, deep in your own territory. And right here, this is where, guys, like traditionally, like you're going to throw the football to get the first down. You got to put somebody to just stay home and keep that eye right there on Colton Howard because once he sees these black jerseys turn, he sees the back of your head, he's going to step up in the middle.
Matchup you want to be looking at also is Kylan Edwards and Eli Chapman near side. It's been a matchup all night we've been looking at. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Smith is we have a false start. Rice was going, but he was led by the left tackle first.
It looked like number 52, actually the left guard that he was pointing at. Number 52, that is Kyler Bearpaw, was standing up, and then Malachi kind of stepped over.
And we have a card flag at the 20-yard line.
We have a discussion first.
As soon as Malachi stepped, he pointed.
Dead ball.
And it is a false start.
False start.
Back to the 16-yard line. So from 3rd and 1, like McAlester had first down and goal from the 4, then it went to 3rd and goal from the 18. It goes from 3rd and 1 now to 3rd and 14 from inside their 20-yard line at the 16. Back to pass, Howard. Quick pass out left side. It's caught, tackled, shy of the 30. Looked like he was shy of the 30. Making the catch was number 2, Carter Calvert.
With a nice catch for the Chieftains.
And it's also, once again, pretty generous spot It'll depend. They might not, and they're still not going to be enough. That nose of the football is not at the 30-yard line. It is inches short.
Fourth down.
So do you go for it here on 4th and inches?
Yeah, I mean, it's 4th and inches. You can run a tush push, or you can just try to.
I love that that's a thing now.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it, or at least try to get McAlester to jump off sides.
Hold your water right here. This is a big play.
4th and inches. The snap. Handoff. Smith got it and then some. To the 40-yard line. To the 45. Going near side. One man to beat for a touchdown to the 35-yard line. Tackle down from behind inside the 30. And Smith gives the Chieftains new life down to the 30-yard line. And again, 5 for 5 on 4th down. That is so wild because, like we said, and that's hard to do, though. 4th and inches is hard to be able to beat, especially when you have Marco Smith in the backfield along with Colton Howard. But coming into this game, opponents 0 for their last 8 on 4th down, and the Chieftains have been 5 for 5. That is how good they have been tonight in crunch time. Buffaloes lead by 1, though, 22-21, 4:54 remaining in the third quarter. Howard takes the ball, hands it off over to Smith again. Smith crashes into his own lineman. Again, there's not much there for Smith. That was by far the biggest play of the day for the Chieftains. That's their longest play of the day, I think.
Yeah, that was a 41-yard, not a 41. Yeah, it was a 41 because the ball was on the 29. So, yeah, 41-yard run there by Marco Smith. They just needed inches, but when it's 3rd down and 14 and you give up 14 yards on a pass right over the middle, it's going to make it a little difficult for you. And then Marco Smith, he just gashes you up the middle. Good hard run right there by the senior running back.
2 receivers left, H back right. Again, Kylan Edwards is being pressed on by Chapman right now. They're not looking to him. He's going left now. Howard racing once again. Fakes a throw, but he was well past the line of scrimmage. He's going to be tackled out of bounds after a gain of only 2 out to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Good play, Owen Russell. He sees him sprinting out. He saw him sprinting out. He's making that lateral drop, keeping his eyes to the backfield to where he can come down. Didn't just turn and run. And once he saw Howard was kind of starting to sprint out, he turned around and he only allowed him to pick up 2 yards. Good play there.
So 3rd and 5 from the Buffalo 25. And Chieftains, they've been good on 3rd down for the most part. They've given themselves chances on easier 4th downs on 3rd down, so they haven't caught them. 2 receivers right, bunching up receivers on the left side. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Howard in trouble. Howard's met! Sacked back at the 35-yard line. And Braden Bumpus says, "Have you met my friend, the turf?" That's a loss of 10 on the sack, and finally the Black Death defense is able to get to Colton Howard. And it makes it 4th down and 15. They have already converted on 4th and 14 so far tonight. They have no intention on sending the offense to the far sideline.
Here we go. We're going to go with the 5 DB set here on 4th and 14. Got to get over there. Hurry. Good play there, Buffalo defense. They crashed the line.
4th and 15. Howard drops back, passes over the middle. It is caught. 1st down and then some to the 10, to the 5. Has to get the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds. Did he get into the pylon first? He's just shy of the goal line. And we got a flag.
This is going to be a hold.
It is.
Colton Howard's looking at over one of the officials. There's a hold. And that will walk it back. So the 4th and 15 conversion that got all the way down to the 1 is erased with a holding call. And now you're starting to think, do you still go for it here? Which one? You have been perfect on 4th down. They would have been perfect again. That would have been 6 for 6.
And that was a 35-yard pickup because they got it right. They got it right to the 1-yard line. But it looks like they're bringing out the punt unit now. This is
4th and 25, just a little bit too long.
This is John Denver's going to be saying, "Country road, take me home" right here. This is how far he is.
Sequoia Hall going to punt this one away from his own 42-yard line. Buffaloes get a key stop. They're up 22-21. 2 returners for McAlester. Looks like Lesnow and Watkins. Snap. There's the kick. Looks like it's an end-over-end one that will be grabbed by Lesnow inside of his own 10. Gets past the 10, reverses direction, not much there. Tackle down the 11. And the Buffaloes are going to start this drive at their own 11-yard line, but getting 2 stops to begin the second half after the Sapulpa Chieftains were only stopped once in the first half, and it was mainly by themselves. Now, again, want to mention it, the Sapulpa Chieftains shot themselves in the foot on that drive with a holding call that brought back what more than likely would have led to a touchdown unless you're the Sooner defense at the Cotton Bowl. But 2:59 remaining in the third quarter. Buffaloes get a key stop. Can they get another key drive? They've gotten a lot of long touchdown drives over the past few weeks. They did it a lot last week against Durant. It'll be Drayton Pounce on the left side of Caden Luss now. Trips left, snap, handoff, Pouncel right up the gut, muscles his way past the 15, and down and around the 18 for a good gain of 6.
Drayton Pouncel, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Hit him in the gut. You just get a stop, gut-wrenching stop right there. It looked like it was going to be first and goal right at the 1-yard line. Holding penalty. What do? Stand up, hit him in the mouth, 6-yard run. Good play right there.
Shout out Landon Pinkleton, Sean Perkins, Creed Tribby on that carry. 2nd down and 4. Les now gets the ball. Quarterback keeper right side, has to bust it out left, breaks a tackle, gets the first down the far sideline, is pushed into a body of Sapulpa Chieftain players along the far sideline. That'll move the chains for the Buffaloes. They'll place the ball over at the 29-yard line, the head of it right there.
And they're going to go with the quarterback counter again. They get the guard tackle pulling. They don't fake the handoff. It's just a straight quarterback run. Les now skates through that first defender, turns a corner. We got an official timeout.
Is someone down, or are they trying to stop a clock here?
Now they're having a discussion with the
someone pointed.
The coach over on the sideline.
Now the white hat and the coach are now
they're
all the way on the track.
Towards the track.
Okay, what's going on now? They're almost
they're
to the
going
bleachers.
towards the band. Someone's going towards the band.
Finally, a little silence during the offense.
Is the band playing like when they're in the huddle?
That might be the case. They have to go over to the band, the Pride of Sapulpa over there, that's filling up the right side of the bleachers. And they're explaining, I guess, to the band that you can't play during certain times.
Yeah, because during the huddle, especially when they're getting ready to snap the football, I remember that being the case a few years ago in Stillwater, and Gundy had mentioned it.
McAlester trying to get the defense to jump off sides. The student section has come alive down there. I don't know if you need to be getting loud right now. Your offense is on the field. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Handoff Pouncel up the gut. Running over white jerseys down to about the 35. That'll be a gain of 5 for the black and gold. 2:09 remaining in the third quarter. Yeah, after all that commotion, the Buffaloes do lead 22-21.
What in tarnation?
They have the ball at their own 35, 34. At their own 35.
My pencil up here just exploded on me.
It was the screams from the student section that cracked the pencil.
I was gonna say that's not the first time that's happened, Phillip.
Well, this one wasn't intentional.
Over on the left side, Pouncel moves over to the right, as does the tight end Zach Rogers. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Toss that over to Pouncel. Pouncel tripped up in the backfield. Great tackle by a Chieftain there. Didn't catch the number 20. Look like number 20. Is that Marco Smith that made the tackle? No, it's 28, which would be Jace McIntosh. Tripped up Drayton Pouncel at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he had a lot more space there if he gets around the ankle tackle. But great play by the middle linebacker, McIntosh. That'll bring up 3rd down and call it 4. From the Buffalo 35-yard line, 1:07 and ticking left in the third quarter. And they're going to go dozer package once again. Watkins puts a man in motion. And we have a false start again.
Zach Rogers, false start.
Watkins is trying to plead his case that it was a Chieftain that drew him offsides or drew him for the false start. But they're not going to win that one. That's going to make it now 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Malachi, he's talking to the head official as well too.
So 3rd and 9, they'll bring back out Caden Luss now, so the dozer package goes back to the near sideline. That's the second time tonight that a false start has killed a dozer package play.
3rd time, actually.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 from McAllister's own 30. The clock will continue to run, 14 to snap it. We're at the 45 seconds left in the third quarter. 2 receivers left, H-back tight end right. Les now gets the ball, back to pass. Looking for a screen pass, And it'll be caught by Watkins after he bobbled it. He's got some real estate down the far sideline. Can he get the corner? He does. That'll move the chains. Got to the 40.
It was like he was playing a video game. He tipped to himself. Good play right there.
Got it to the 41. So needed 9, got 11. 28 seconds remain here in the third quarter. The Buffaloes keep this drive alive with the screen pass to Ethan Watkins.
That'll silence the Sapulpa sideline. They were getting hyped. They were getting loud. And right there, just Ethan Watkins just tipped it to himself, stayed composed. You could tell that young man plays baseball.
Also, the offensive line staying where they needed to be. A lot of screen plays so far this year have come back because of a man too far downfield. They stayed put. Man in motion. We'll toss out again to Drayton Pouncil. Pouncil finds a gap, hit hard, and how did he hold on to that ball? The helmet went straight to the ball on the left side of Drayton Pouncil. He holds all on to it. He comes up kind of limping a little bit. It's going to be a gain of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7. And will that be the final play of the quarter? Jordan Clark comes in for Pouncil, who is limping off the field. More than likely will be the final play of the third. 4 seconds, they break the huddle. 3 seconds, 2, 1, man in motion, Bumpus, they get the play off. Back to pass. Les now going near side. Going to try to tuck it and run, and he is pushed out of bounds after a gain of 1 or 2. So that will be the end of the third quarter. McAlester leading 22-21 over the Sapulpa Chieftains. Put those fours up in the air, Buff fans. We got a good one coming up. 12 minutes to go.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
We have 3rd down and looks like 5 coming up for the Buffaloes at their own 46-yard line. Fourth quarter beginning now. Buffaloes lead 22-21. Need to convert on 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Jacobson, the H-back, moves to a tight end right side. Here's the snap. Handoff, Jordan Clark trying to follow his blockers. He's cut down after a gain of only 1. So 4th down and 4 will be coming up, and the Buffaloes look like they're going to be punting this one away unless they're feeling lucky.
You don't want to poke the bear too many times.
Les now is coming off the field. No, he's not. He's going to go speak with Forrest Mazing, head coach of the McAlester Buffaloes.
You forced Sapulpa to punt already twice here in the second half on both of their drives. You do not want to give them the football on their side of the 50 if you do not get this.
They're going to sugar rush the ball. 4th and 4, under center, goes Les now.
Got him offsides.
They got him offsides. That's an offsides. They go with the sugar rush, and they get the first down to be able to get a defensive end to jump.
Forrest Mazey reached a little bit deeper in that bag of tricks, my friend.
Went with the hard count. I think he fooled all of us. I think we all thought he was really going to go for it, and he might have. Because if not, you had to bring your second time out.
Yeah.
They're going to go sugar rush anyway. So here they go.
He's lined up in the neutral zone anyways. Look at it.
Snap. Keeper. Les now, right side. Les now trying to go around a bunch of big bodies, and he's still pushing with his offensive line down to around the 41. That's a good gain after it initially went for only about 3 yards. That's a good gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up. 10:59 remaining in the game. Buffaloes, like they saw the Chieftains, had a huge drive near the end of the second quarter trying to go on one of their own.
Shout out Dustin Jacobson getting in there and doing some dirty work, pushing Caden Les now, keeping that pile moving.
Trips left. They've been going with a hard count all night, but they got it where it mattered to keep that drive alive on 4th and 4. Clark on the right side of Les now. Snap, back to pass. Going to go one-on-one deep for Jackson Lauerman down the near sideline. He almost came back and made the catch. A lot of hand fighting but they're going to say it went both ways. We have a coach for the Buffaloes trying to make his case to the official over the near side. And it was a good play by Bishop Gordon of the Sapulpa Chieftains.
Yeah, that's just football hand fighting on the outside right there. That's not going to get called either way because he was able to come back trying to make a play for the football. Just good ball, good defense.
And Lauerman still almost made the catch.
Right.
Trips left, 3rd down and 4. Clark moves to the left side of Les now. 2 to snap it. He got it off in time. Quarterback keeper left side. There's some turf. Did he get it?
Oh, he did. He got it.
He's tripped up, but it depends on the spot. And they're going to put the spot at the 39, a yard shy. 4th and 1 coming up. So they say his knee went down at the 39. Got to give a huge kudos to this officiating crew. When we've even thought they've been short, went back and watched it. Yeah. They've been right on it so far tonight. I'd say a pretty good job of the officiating crew for the most part tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys, they've done a really good job. And, some people are going to be like, oh, that wasn't hold. Yeah, it was. And these guys, they've been spot on with every single call.
8 to snap it. They break the huddle. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Sugar rush it again. 4. They get the ball left side. Les now 1st down.
And
out to the 35-yard line. Neither one got 4, and now the Buffaloes are giving the Chieftains a taste of their own medicine. 4th down conversions on 2 different occasions on this drive. They'll move it down to the 35, and the clock continues to tick, 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 tick. 9:37 remaining here in the game. Buffaloes lead 22-21. When did this drive start?
At the 2:59 mark of the 3rd quarter.
So we're coming up on a 6-minute drive of their own for the black and gold that started at their own 12-yard line. 2 receivers right, H-back, tight end right, it looks like. Jacobson moves to the left side of the line. Man in motion's Lance. The snap. Handoff. Looks like Pouncil right side. Pouncil, good gain inside the 30-yard line. Tackle down at the 29. Those 1st down gains of 4 or 5 are where you want to be for the Buffaloes. If you get a 1st down carry of 4, your chances of getting a 1st down on that drive are huge. I think it's like 94% for the Buffaloes when they get a 1st down gain of 4 or more. 94% chance of keeping the drive going or getting a touchdown on that on the next few plays.
And they're eating. They're staying right there in the middle of the field. They're picking up 4 or 5 at a time. And not only that, but they're letting that clock eat.
They are burning a bunch of time here. Loading the line again. Drayton Pouncil on the left side of Les now. Snap. Hand off. Pouncil again, right side. Pouncil bounces off of a Chieftain and gets the 1st down inside the 25. He welcomes contact.
Baker Mayfield said that day in Cleveland, I woke up feeling dangerous. That's exactly what Drayton Pouncil does every single day he wakes up, because last year he was always Scout Team Player of the Week, running the football maze, he would say, coffee with the coach. And right here you're seeing it. Physicality, just hard-nosed running, bouncing off of a wimpy tackler, and picks up another 5 yards.
To the 24-yard line, ball on the right hash. He's going to get a break. Watkins on the right side of Les now. Owen Russell's tight end left. Looks like Jacobson tight end right. Man in motion right to left, Carter Lance. Quarterback design, run right side. Les now with some space inside the red zone. He welcomes contact as well and bullies a Chieftain down to the 11. Into the red zone, the McAlester Clothing Consignment red zone. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offers a 50-50 split. By the way, 1st down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson. Call them up at 918-284-1233 when you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home. So a long drive for McAlester just keeps on ticking.
Who else but the freshman, Gavin Mason, again on the quarterback counter, getting upfield, doing some dirty work, picking up blocks. That young man is going to be really good on this offensive line.
Only a freshman. 7:53, the time has stopped. 2 receivers left. Les now takes the ball. Quarterback run, this time left side. Tackled up high and sandwiched down inside the 10, around the 8. Gain of 3. Buffaloes can get a 1st down without scoring here. And they'll bring out some more muscle. 5 for Mitchell. Will Spears coming in to be H-back / tight end. Les now comes out, so it looks like Dozer package here for the Buffs. 2nd down and 7, 7:25 remaining in the game. Can they finish this drive? Russell in motion. Watkins, the snap, right side. Watkins has some space to the 5, down inside the 5 to the 4. We have 3rd down and definitely manageable coming up. We are coming up
on this drive being around 8 minutes long. You're having to go to the second row.
16 plays currently. 17 now, actually. Yeah, the two false start and offsides. So that was the 16th play of this drive.
3rd down and 3 coming up. We're under 7 minutes left in the game. They're going to sugar rush again. 3rd and 3. Les now left side. Les now high. Does it get down towards the first down marker? I think he's a yard shy. Buffaloes think they have it, but based on the far judge, he's going to be a yard shy.
Looks like a long yard, too.
So 4th down and closer to 2. They got to get to the 1 to keep this drive going. And again, it's a 1-point game. Buffalo's leading only 22-21. They get a score here. They put a lot of pressure on Sapulpa. Sugar rushing it again. 4th and 2. Les now, the ball, right side, tries to go wide to the end zone. Touchdown, McAlester. He went wide right and found his way inside the end zone. Oh, no, we've got a hold. We've got a hold by the Buffalo offense coming in late. Everyone's celebrating on the McAlester side and giving high fives like we were in the press box, not going to lie. It's hard to find those pink flags. And this one is on the Buffaloes, and it will move the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. What was a promising drive looks like it just might come to an end.
We're going to kick a field goal now. Trenton Greer's coming on.
Into the wind that's blowing about 11 miles an hour. Ball's placed at the 13. So this will be a 30-yard field goal by Trenton Greer, ball on the right hash. Again, kicking into the wind. Trying to force the Chieftains to have to score a touchdown here if he can make it. Greer on the year, 4 or 5. Holder's less now. Snap, hold, kick is up. He pushed it left, and it hit off of the Buffalo. And with 5:58, a long drive by the Buffaloes on a holding call is all for naught. That started with over 2 minutes left in the third quarter, ended with 5:58 remaining in the game, and no points come out of it. What would have been the drive of the decade comes to an end. But the good news is McAlester still leads 22-21. And there is a long way to go for the Sapulpa Chieftains. The ball's going to be placed at the 20-yard line after the missed field goal.
We talk about it all the time. Drive killer, shooting yourself in the foot. And that could have been the perennial nail in the coffin right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffaloes, they just undisciplined. They get a hold of a jersey, tugged a little too hard, and led to a missed field goal.
Now, momentum is in Sapulpa's favor. How does the Buffalo defense, who has been strong here in the second half, can they get it back? Howard gets the ball. He'll roll right, looking downfield. Now he's going to try to tuck it and run. Far side, throws it late, actually, down the far sideline. It is almost one-handed caught. That would have been a unbelievable catch, as it was nearly snagged in by looks like number 2. That would have been Carter Calvert.
And Brandon, if he hadn't went for that ball, 17 probably walks into the end zone.
So 17 was even behind him. He would have had an easier catch too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and that would have been Jordan Clark and not McAllister's.
Yeah, that was a circus-style catch almost performed right there. And Colton Howard very close to being over the line of scrimmage and not.
Yeah, he's a good yard behind, it looked like.
He sprinted out. I mean, he knew where he was. Good play there.
Handoff, Marco Smith, right side. Smith tackled after a gain of only about 1, maybe 2. Third down and long coming up. 5:38 and ticking left in the game, and a 1-point game which the Buffaloes lead.
Right here, you're just going to have to kind of get nasty on this defense. You know, defense is calling for the fans to get loud right here. You know, like Zach Rogers said in the Coffee with the Coach, we're at a football game. It's time to get loud. 5:20 left to go here in senior night. This is a big play. This is one of the biggest third downs of the season.
Last home game of the year. Smith to the right side of Howard. 3rd and 8. Back to pass.
Howard looks middle, tosses deep, and he overthrew him. And there is a hole, too. There's a hole back at the 15-yard line, overthrew him.
Do you accept the penalty and back them up?
I think you just decline it here.
I was going to say I decline it here.
4th and 8, back inside your own 25-yard line. You risk the chance of the Buffaloes going on another big-time drive.
Decline, it's 4th down.
And they're just going to punt this ball away and try to trust their defense can get him the ball back. McAlester, how long was that drive? I guess we're not going to really get to count it.
It started at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, and they got the football at the 5:58.
So that's 3 minutes. That's 9 minutes. That's a 9-minute drive that the Buffaloes went on. There's 5:04 left in this game. They can go on a similar drive. The game's over.
If you can have some speed, try to block a punt right here.
They will punt it away. There is the boot, and they're going to get it over less now. That's a big, and it's going to take a huge roll inside the 20-yard line, backed inside the 15, rolling back to the 12, and down there. What a punt. That's a 66-yard punt.
Talk about flipping the field.
No joke. But the Buffaloes do have the ball, and really this offense controls their fate right now. But what a play. And that might, if the Chieftains win this game, that might be the play of the game. Actually a punt there, a 66-yard boot. So that was that's 66.
Yeah, a high school kid just flipping the field.
I might be wrong. That's what, 8? Okay, so 8, and then that might be a 72-yard. That might be different. I'm trying to do math here quickly, but it's a long kick. McAlester has the ball at their own 12. So here we go. Buffs lead by 1, starting this drive at their own 12. Handoff. Buffaloes right up the middle. Looks like it's Watkins who is shuffling right and left. Got just past the 15-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up. McAlester found themselves in a similar position just a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Couldn't finish the deal against the Quita Tigers. They have a chance at redemption tonight. Chieftains do have all 3 timeouts left.
This is a big drive. You just want to kind of put it together right here. You want to go get a first down, stay in bounds, let this clock continue to run. You don't want to go out of bounds.
Drayton Pounce on the left side of Les now. Jacobson moves to the right. There's a snap. Handoff, Pouncil right side following his blockers. Good gain to about the 20-yard line, depending on where they spot him down at. Looks like he'll be right between the 19 and the 20. And we're going to be having 3rd down and 2 coming up. Yeah, they're going to give him the 20-yard line, so it's 3rd and 2. First down here is huge. Then you have to start thinking that the Chieftains will maybe not timeouts yet, but obviously keeps the drive going.
Yep.
Pounce on the left side of Les now. And Jacobson once again moves to the right side. Snap, hold, or it's a give to Pouncil, who gets, I think, a yard shy of the first down. Depends on the spot.
Yeah, they're marking him right at the 21. He needs to get to the 20, in between the 22, 23, it looks like.
It's a pretty generous spot, though, still for the Buffaloes. It makes it more 4th down and inches. Now you have a decision to make. Do you punt it away, which normally that's the obvious choice on 4th down and inside your own 25. But if you get it here, you keep the drive going, and it's 4th and inches from your own 22. They just need not even 3 feet. They need about 2.
They're going to go dozer right here.
They might get him to try to jump off sides again, though. Under center, Les now. 5. He gets the ball, goes left.
Offside. False start.
And they're going to have to punt it away now. So it was the correct call there by Coach Tim Holt Jr. in his 3rd year with the Sapulpa Chieftains to punt the ball away. They will give the ball back to the Chieftains as the ball's going to be placed at the 15.
You got to know the situation right there, and you're coming in a big moment. Sugar rush on the line. Yes, the play clock was starting to get low. It was about 7 seconds.
But you have a timeout. You have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, but you got 2 timeouts. You should have just offensive line. They just got to know the situation right there.
So now Les Now's going to have to punt this ball away from his own 6-yard line. They might try to bring a bunch of pressure here. Back deep to return is Dakota Cheney. Les Now takes the ball, punts it away. It's not very deep. Takes a Bounce at the 39-yard line, rolls past the 45, and it'll roll down to about the 48 in McAlester territory. Sapulpa has plenty of time and all 3 timeouts. 2:36 and 3 timeouts. Buffaloes lead 22-21. Defense has got to make it happen again. Again, I do not know the range for the kicker for the Chieftains.
But the wind is to his back right here.
I will say during pregame, he was kicking from the 25.
Which would be
making them with relative ease there.
So 25 is what you're kind of looking at then. Ball right now at the 48. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Marco Smith in the slot comes in motion. Here's the snap. They're going to keep it with Howard, and Howard's wrapped up by Malachi Rice. No gain as they push him backwards. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
They're not going to use the timeouts just yet. They don't need to. Still 2:20 left to go here in the ball game.
Coach Mazie coaching up somebody.
This is a big play right here. Good, smart football play there. Malachi Rice staying at home. He was able to wrap Howard up. Ran that jet sweep read option with that misdirection. He didn't fall for it.
2:05 left in the game. Trips right. Howard, the ball, rolls right, dumps it off, finds a man, and pushed out of bounds around the 40. On the catch was number 2, Carter Calvert. They're going to say he went out of bounds between the 41 and 42, so 3rd down and 4 coming up. Clock stops with 1:56 left in the game.
Got to get a play right here. They're just going to go with that sprint out. Dumped it right there to Calvert. Good play there by the Chieftains. They were able to get that motion, seen it. Good play right there.
3rd and 4.
Timeout, Chieftains. Nope, official timeout.
They're speaking on something, obviously. They're trying to come up with the time. The White Hat's making his way over here towards the near sideline. Slow walk across that Buffalo logo. Speaking to an official on the near side. Now they're talking about, what, McAllister's band? Yeah, I think they're trying to get McAllister's band. Coach Mazie's clearly upset about something. Again, earlier in this game, the official went to go speak with their coaches towards Sapulpa's band over on the far side. And now Coach Mazie's pointing over to the left, like towards the play. But yeah, Coach Mazie's pointing over towards the pride of McAlester and saying, you got to get him to stop playing. I've never seen that in my 9 years of calling football. I've never seen them trying to get the bands to stop playing before. But all this time, they're giving Sapulpa a ton of time to go over what they want to do here on 3rd and 4.
This is essentially the 4th timeout for Sapulpa here.
They just can't speak with their coaches in a huddle right now, having to do it from the sideline.
McAlester Faithful says, well, the band can't play, but we can sure get loud right here.
3rd and 4. Howard, the ball. Hands it off. Smith up the middle. Smith broke through. 1st down and then some to the 25-yard line. He's breaking free towards the end zone, and it's down at the 1. Went out of bounds at the 1. And now the Chieftains have the ball at the 1-yard line on a long Marco Smith run on 3rd down and 4. 1st and goal at the 1. And the Chieftains 3 feet away from taking the lead from the Buffaloes that they've held for most of the second half. And the Chieftains are going to call a timeout, and we'll take it as well. 1:46 left in the game. Buffaloes lead by 1 here.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, this game is about as intense as you thought it was going to be. The Chieftains are 3 feet away from scoring to go up on the Buffaloes. Now, did the Chieftains call timeout here to maybe want to kill some clock? Because the Buffaloes have 2 timeouts remaining, depending on what happens here on this play. Howard will hand the ball off over to Smith, and he's met at the goal line. Did he get through, though? Howard thought that he did.
No signal.
There's the touchdown. Touchdown by the Chieftains. Clock stops with 1:38 left in the game, and the Chieftains take the lead. Marco Smith, after the long run on 3rd down and 4 from around the 45-yard line, was down at the 1. That was a 41-yard run by Smith. Cashes in and makes us 27-22.
And now if you're Sapulpa, do you go for 2 here?
If you go with the PAT, that would make it a 6-point game. You have to kick the PAT to win it. They're going to try to make this a 7-point game, and they will try to go for 2. Try to make this a 7-point game. And they nearly got McAlester to jump off sides.
He's going to call timeout.
Now they'll call timeout again.
Timeout on the field, the Chieftains.
We'll keep it right here because, again, this is just going to be for either a PAT or a 2-point conversion here. They're trying to see if they could get a little bit closer to make the 2-point a little bit easier. But we'd like to thank our sponsors for the entirety of the 2023 season: Fenton Nissan, the Bank A, McAlester Pepsi, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, WE Offered Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. Thank you all for putting us on the air tonight and all season long. If you need services that any one of these guys provide, make sure you go to them, shop local, and say thank you for putting the McAlester Buffaloes on the air in the 2023 season. And just a subtle plug, we are taking now sponsors for the McAlester basketball season and also for the baseball season later on. Make sure you end up calling 918-426-1050 during office hours, and we might be able to get you hooked up. But your thoughts right now, Phillip?
Just undisciplined football. You had a chance to score perennial 21 unanswered points and go up 29-21, and you got called for a hold, and it took you well out of going for it on 4th down range, and that's what's led to now to back-to-back punts and now this, and the game would be to potentially have been sealed had that hold not happened.
Well, they're still going to go for 2 here. They just try to see if they can get McAlester to jump off sides and make it a little bit more bearable. But they'll go for 2 regardless. Here's the snap. Handoff. Trying to go for the double pass. Now throwing it late. It is, well, either incomplete or picked off. It looks like incomplete, but it won't matter. Well, here you go, offense. 1:38 and 2 timeouts. Touchdown wins it. What can you do? We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
We have 98 seconds to determine who is going to be the 3 seed in 5A3. McAlester has taken a 3 seed to 14 seconds from the state championship game and the state title game last year. Sapulpa just 98 seconds away from doing it themselves. Buffaloes will get the ball with 98 seconds and 2 timeouts. Kicking it away will be the Chieftains and number 37, Weston Moore. There's the kick, and let's go. Caden Luss now grabs it at the 6-yard line. Down the middle of the field and slides down. I think he just might have lost his footing at the 22. And now we got some talking back and forth between the Chieftains and the Buffaloes. I don't know if he slipped or if he slid, but he was down at the 22 or 23. And the Buffaloes have 1:35 and 2 timeouts to go 77 yards. It'll be Ethan Watkins on the right side of Les now.
And we just had a flag thrown.
4 receiver set.
And
I think it's going to be on Sapulpa. McAlester fans are calling for a flag here. And it would be a personal foul because it happened well after the play was over.
Yeah, this was a dead ball penalty. Was the band playing again in the huddle?
They might have been. I don't know.
I mean, both bands were playing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And we didn't notice it because we're too busy doing our stuff, Phillip, but apparently this happened at Broken Bow too.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't catch it, but this has been more noticeable here in Week 9.
So they're not technically allowed to talk to the coach, are they? Like they just did. I mean, I'm not an
official.
Yeah, like the players went and talked to their coach during this official flag timeout. Like I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Are we waving it off now?
Yep.
Yeah, they're waving off the flag.
What is going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
The other band playing during our offense, and they waved the flag.
Oh, jeez. So
it's the last game at the Hook. Can't hold anything back now.
They'll start this drive at their own 23. Les now gets the ball. And I think this time we have a false start, and we do. Moving back 5 yards, it looked like it from the snap. I make it first down and 15. Sapulpa's fan base over on that far side has been as loud as they have been all night long. You heard them get really loud. And like I said, you're on that far hash. You're the closest that you're going to be to the fans. Buffaloes have just not been able to fight off the penalty bug this year. The year, it seemed like. 2 receivers to each side, first and 15. The snap, back to pass. Les now. Flushed right. Still looking downfield, being chased. Stops, restarts, stays on his feet past the 20-yard line. And he barely got anything on the run, even though he ran a long way.
Got a Chieftain slow to get up. Timeout offense, though. Timeout Buffaloes, though.
So they only have one left. So second down and 12 will be coming up. We'll take another 30-second to be back here on.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. 1:20 remaining in the game. Buffaloes have second down and 12 coming up. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Buffs only with one timeout left. 2 receivers each side. And it will be Watkins again on the left side of Les now. Snap, rolling out left. Les now going to tuck it. Looks downfield. Now we'll try to run it. Far sideline, runs out of bounds after positive yards. But we have third down coming up. They're going to say he ran out at the 25-yard line. Get only a few yards on the carry. That brings up third down and 9. The secondary is doing a very good job of keeping McAlester at bay here.
Third down, 8 for the Buffaloes.
Keep an eye on Ethan Watkins on a wheel route. It has burned the Chieftains twice so far tonight in one drive, and you can bet that defense coordinator Tyler McGrew of the Chieftains has been telling them the same thing. Keep an eye on number 10. 1:13 left, third and 9. The snap, rolling out right. Les now already under pressure. Throws it into the sideline, and we have fourth down and 9 coming up. Here's the game. One timeout and 1:08 left. 27-22, Buffaloes trail by 5. Some Buffalo magic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
We're going hoods on here in the booth. Anything, rally caps, let's go. 4th and 8 officially. Trips right. Man in motion, the snap. Backwards pass over to Watkins. Watkins throws it back over to Les now. It's high in the air and it bounces loose. And that is the game. Chieftains are going to win. No flag on the play. And for the second time this year, the Chieftains, the Buffaloes' opposition, scores a late touchdown to be able to take the lead on the Buffaloes. And it was a 4-and-out rather, by the Buffalo offense. A great second half by McAlester, and it looked like they were so close to making it a 29-22 game at one point. But a hold brought back a touchdown that would have made it 29-21. Missed field goal led to a 3-and-out. Buffaloes had one of their own. And then a touchdown by Marco Smith gave them the eventual win, as Howard will kneel it down. Chieftains will secure the 3 spot. There will be a timeout called by McAlester, just hoping for a bad snap. But the Buffaloes will drop to 5-4 and 3-3 in district play.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really hope for much more at this point.
Buffaloes have been so good at home. I think they were riding a 17-game win streak at home coming into the game against Del City. And they lost 3 games here at the Hook this year. It's just not very common to see for the Buffaloes. And we completely lost our connection to the station has been interrupted. Our connection is going through an update in the middle of the game.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is insane. So
that's perfect.
We're only on YouTube now.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait a while, but there's the snap and the kneel down by Howard. He'll have to do it one more time.
No, we have a flag.
We have flags now?
And far side official looks like he is pointing toward the McAlester side.
Dead ball.
Offsides. It's been that kind of night, Brandon.
I can't believe this. It's like the again, I'm just gonna say it, the phone that's connected to the radio call. It's like it knew. It dipped out early.
And they'll have to snap it one more time.
So I know that Austin is freaking out over there now, trying to probably get a hold of me.
You might text him.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a text.
Okay. All right, takes the knee, and that should be the ball game.
All right, so that's the final score. 27-22, the Sapulpa Chieftains defeat the McAlester Buffaloes. They rush from the far sideline onto the field, and they have secured the 3 spot in 5A3. Again, the final score 27-22 here on senior night for the Buffaloes. We're going to take a break. If we can't get the radio call back up, I think we can maybe at least start off the postgame show on the YouTube side of things, because it is a slow update here on the phone. But we'll let you know here in just a moment. We might start off the postgame show on the YouTube side, having technical difficulties on the radio side of things. So we'll be back here in just a moment with the OK Tire and Auto postgame show, as, again, the final score 27-22. Chieftains beat the Buffaloes for the 2nd consecutive year. Again, this has been Buffalo Football on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Type really, really fast while looking the cat with your other hand.
What are you doing?
And done. Vault secure.
Vault?
In the month of October, when customers test drive a vehicle, they get to create a code to try to crack the vault and win $44,000.
That's $1,000 for every year we've been in business.
That's a great way to celebrate Fenton Nissan's 44th anniversary.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
Well, the holiday season is here, and at Vickers Furniture, it's Black Friday from now until the end of November. And be sure to keep an eye out for our private letter sale, where you'll get up to 20% off all furniture in stock. Plus, we're closing out all our mattresses. They start at just $298. Vickers Furniture offers interest-free financing for qualified customers. Vickers Furniture, 215 South 2nd, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season, and Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make you a deal. Check it out. The new 23 Ram Crew Cab Lone Star Bighorn has $4,000 cash back or 0% financing for 72 months. And right now, most Jeep models in stock are 10% below the sticker price. The same goes for the classic Ram 1500 half-ton pickup. It's also 10% off sticker. Go by Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram for details. We're on the 69 bypass right next to the new mall.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in. Plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch.
So starting off the post-game show on the YouTube here tonight, brought to you by OK Tire and Auto. McAlester falls 27-22. We'll send things down over to Phillip Jewell with head coach Forrest Mazie.
Coach, first off, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Stings a little bit because everything was self-inflicted. You see the yard total, which is the first downs, but what's resounding is the penalties we had and the timing of those penalties and the mistakes. I mean, you get 4th and 1 from your 2. And you get a holding call. I mean, it's shouldn't happen, should never happen, and it does. I mean, and you got a chance to literally win the game right there, and we didn't. So that's part of it. And you got to live with it. We got to own that mistake, and we got to own the mistakes we had, and we got the road we got now. That's just what it is. The matchups are what they are. They're not bad matchups. It's just not very good. I mean, it goes across the board. Probably over 100 yards with the penalties. Undisciplined. It's upsetting sometimes to say you had a chance to win it from the 2 and you don't get it done.
Coach, next week go to Glenpool, and now you fight for your perennial life into the playoffs. Yeah. So now what's kind of the outlook now as we move into Week 10?
Regardless, I think, as long as we win, or, we're in, obviously. I don't think that's an issue. If you lose, I think, I'd have to look at the scores. That comes down to points in a 3-way tie, so I still think we're in. It's not I don't think it's a case where we're not in. It's just a case of what kind of football are you going to be playing going into the playoffs. Are you going to play undisciplined football? Or are you going to play disciplined football? You can only cover so much about holding and getting your elbows tight and keeping your wrists together, and whether or not they were holdings or not, they called them, so they were.
Coach, you talk about playing disciplined, undisciplined football, and that's one reason why a game like tonight goes that way, as long as Coweta, right. Undisciplined things. So what would the outlook kind of be, I guess, going into practice, like the mood now, like knowing that what you just said, if you win, you're in, like kind of what would y'all be thinking?
I mean, you got to get back, you got to get hot again. That's just the reality of it. You got to get hot and you got to do things right. You can't do things right half the time and not the other half the time. So it's just one of them things, you got to do it right all the time to get it done. And you can't do it. Like I said, you can't have the hiccups we had this week, this late in the season. Otherwise, it's going to come to bite you in a big game like this. That's just the truth. And you can't have those type of mistakes and those type of penalties and all the above. So it's just got to get things done and do it right and make sure it gets done correctly. And you got to coach it up and keep coaching it up. And even if they make mistakes, you got to keep coaching it up. It's like I said, I never. Sometimes with kids, you take things for granted that they know it or things like that, but in reality, you got to remind them every week and refocus every week. It's just one of them things with kids these days. They're not a ton of retention.
Coach, that's all I have for you. God bless. I look forward to speaking with you next week.
Thank you.
All right, there was Phillip Jewell with head coach Forrest Mazie. Again, starting off the post-game show here on YouTube. We are going to move it now over to the radio side of things as we got connection back. And just a freak thing happened, so usually we do this on the radio. It'll be moved now to KNED. Go to your apps, KNED app. You can also go to the McAlsterRadio.com on the KNED tab, where you can listen traditional way, 98.3 FM, 1150 AM. We now go to commercial break. Nate, give it about 30 seconds after you press mute right there, and we'll wrap up the YouTube broadcast.